Hello, hello. Welcome to another PTB Who's Gonna Be There podcast.
Excuse me.
I am your host today, Ayani Matrix Designs. Joining me today is Falcon. And give me just a second. Yep. But for the most part, yeah. Welcome.
Noise.
So how's it going, Falcon, on your side?
It's right now so far so good. Hanging in there. Uh, Nobody died this week, so it's always a good thing. Hang 10.
All right.
That has rock and roll. Who has hanging 10? No, I need. Oh, it has to be rock and roll.
Give me a second.
So I need to do a better job at keeping up accessories with characters, with the figures. But anyway. But how about you, man? How's your week been going?
My week's okay. It's nothing to write home about. Oh gosh.
Well,
But I am like really tired all of a sudden. Like, blah.
Well, that's what happens when you stay up all night masturbating with the only good arm you have.
What?
I said that's what happens when you stay up all night masturbating with the only good arm you have. It's a new experience. It's like, oh man, I'm not used to using this arm.
Oh my goodness, no man.
Being silly. That's not what it is. That's not what it is. Okay, my bad. Just me. Okay, cool. Nah, nah, man. That's what. But real conversation. I was trying to get in touch with you the other day because I have a photo shoot tomorrow.
Oh gosh, tomorrow.
Yes, and it's a senior portrait, and I might need some help. I might. I say might because just like holding a reflector, maybe holding like the lights in a certain spot. The mother may be able to do it. There's a shot that I have in my mind that I would like to try to do. Um, that I no screw that. I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow and see how it turns out. Um, but I may need help holding the plexiglass to do it.
Huh.
Because I could possibly hold the plexiglass and take the shot, or her mother could possibly hold the plexiglass and take the shot. But it'd be a lot easier if I had another person there and the mother doesn't have to be completely involved, or at least like one person holding the plexiglass and the other one like directing or some crap like that.
Okay.
But my idea is that she's an art student. She's going to college to minor in like fine art and all that stuff. So what I would like to do is have her like have a plexiglass in front of the camera and make it look like she's doing like a splatter painting on like a perspective of what it looks like from the campus. So what I'm saying is like the plexiglass will be between me, between her and the camera,
Mm-hmm.
and she has the paintbrush and she's like throwing the paintbrush down. And you can see the paint splatter across the plexiglass like she's actually painting. Does that make sense? Does it make sense what I'm saying?
I think so.
Okay, so like or actually have her paint with some paint her name or paint something on the plexiglass
Mm-hmm.
while I'm taking the picture. Of course, the focus is gonna be on her, and whatever she's doing on the plexiglass is gonna be like out of focus, But that's what I have in my head to do for her, like a to kind of make the portrait about her uh her major or minor in college. So I'm gonna do some other photos where like she's holding the paintbrushes and stuff like that.
Okay.
But the most important thing is if you're free tomorrow, if you're able to do it. If not, that's okay. Um, it's not till 3:30, but it's in Franklin.
Where is it exactly?
In Franklin, downtown Franklin, Tennessee.
Franklin?
Yeah, and I need to know if you can, because if you are able to, when I get off work, I'm gonna leave work and come get you. But if you can't, no biggie. Cause I get off work at noonish.
Wait, where? Okay, where you be coming from downtown, right?
No, I'll be at work, so I'm coming from Hendersonville.
I want to say yes, but I don't know. I mean, it's not like I have a lot going on right now.
Well, that's why I was trying to get in touch with you the other day, sir, but circumstances prevented that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just that's what I'm asking you now. If you can, then say so. If not, then say so. That way, when I get off work, I can either know if I have to shoot up there and get you and drive to Franklin. That's why I told him 3:30. That's why I told him the time frame to give me enough time just in case you could. I can get there to you. We can get something to eat. Get there, scout out the area a little bit, figure out where we want to do stuff. You know, but if you can't, that's okay. But if you want
Well,
to, then I'll come get you when I get off work. But I need to know tonight. So
well, I don't have anything going on.
that
I will
okay,
say that.
okay.
So, golly, I don't know how I didn't even get any of your calls, but
Well, I didn't call. I sent a text, and it was I
oh,
texted you last night, I guess.
well, that's double strange because normally I would get all your texts. That's
Yeah, that was weird. That's why I was like, did you get any of the texts that I sent? Even the ones about talking about how you're not in the land in the world of cellular service.
well, I got that one. Yeah,
Like
because
this
you
cat.
said, "Hey, is Tony not within the world of cellular service?" Uh, oh, okay, okay. I think I know exactly what happened because it was like layered between another message, and I think I
It was
missed it.
it was the end of a couple messages. I sent the
Yeah,
one.
you were
I
talking about
sent
the
the link.
Ronin Hawkeye.
Yes, I said could be a good army builder. And then the next message after that was, Tony, are you free Saturday?
Yeah, I just missed it. I think that's what
Okay,
happened.
all right,
Yeah, I
all right,
think that's
whatever,
exactly what happened because I was like, wait
whatever,
a minute,
whatever.
it's so weird. So that's probably my bad. Oh gosh, and it's gonna be just a couple hours, right?
I don't know how long it's gonna take.
I mean, like I said, I don't have a whole lot going on. I could help you out.
Okay,
Um,
what do you want to or not? That's the thing.
I mean, I mean, like I'm free-ish. The only thing I was gonna do tomorrow was work on more photo edits.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Golly, I am like yawning like crazy, man. Whoa.
You stay up all night, master. We stayed up all night doing stuff.
I did go to bed and wake up early. That's probably another
Mm,
thing that's going on.
yeah, that could do it.
And I guess I didn't have enough water.
Yeah.
But yeah. But like I said, I don't have much going on tomorrow. I should be free. Um, yeah, I just need to. Yeah, yeah. I don't see a reason why I'm not. I'm gonna say no unless like something really crazy comes up.
Well, if something crazy comes up, let me know. So just plan on me being at your place by 1 o'clock. I guess. Yes, 1 o'clock should give us enough time because I'm coming from Hendersonville. That should That should give us enough time. Give me enough time to get there by 1. But if something crazy happens, I will text you or call you and let you know something's holding me up.
Okay.
But I should be there at 1.
At
And that should
1.
give us enough time to get from your place to Franklin.
Yeah, because Franklin. Let's see.
Franklin is like going. It's on the south side of Nashville.
Yeah, and
Like
I'm
going
like on
towards.
the.
I know where you are. I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. It should give us enough time to go from your place out to Franklin, which it shouldn't take more than an hour.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too much time.
But it depends on traffic and all the other
Yeah.
craziness.
Like I said, I should be okay to like go out with and help you out with that.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out what. I did not make a post on Instagram either.
About what?
Did you make a post on Instagram?
About what?
The stream.
No, I did not. No, I didn't. I haven't done that in the past couple weeks just because it seemed almost pointless.
Okay.
Well,
then again, I haven't really seen. Let's see. The last one who saw a message was King Will.
But you sent the link to the Instagram group, right?
Yeah, I sent it to the who's going to be there, and then I sent the text message.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But Will said he had a hard time last time you sent the link out because it made it very difficult for him to join in. I don't
That's
know
weird.
What's different? He said the link was messed up.
I guess what I could do is just send him the link directly. Let me see.
I don't know. He'll probably be on later if he gets on. Sam said he'd be on a little late, but
where is? Oh gosh, it's his messages are somehow buried.
Whose?
Oh, King Will, collector connoisseur.
Yeah. But have you heard from Mage? Mage hasn't even.
Well, he's the one who told me to set it up.
But is he gonna be here?
He didn't say yes or no. He just asked me to set it up. He was in my stream earlier when I was working on edits, though. And of course, I closed it a while ago, so I can't see what he said. Let me make sure.
He was having issues with his computer. I'm asking these questions because I'm trying to wait before we start talking about all this stuff. Or that's you. Because there's
Here, let me scroll back up, see if he said anything else.
All right. Well, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right, Tony.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay. I'll be right back.
It looks like, yeah, he just asked me to set up and host the stream. That's all he said.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well.
Okay. I'm not leaving. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and come back.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's like I went to the bathroom earlier. It seems only fair that you're gonna do your thing. Now, if I could find my glasses cleaner, that would help a lot with my glasses. Where? Oh my goodness! I really need to figure out where the heck I put my stuff. There it is. Yeah. I cleaned my desk the other day, so it's yeah, it's like a lot easier to see everything on the desk here. Just get a napkin and spray. My glasses clean. But for the most part, yeah, let me Let me get this. I cannot see to save my life today. Yep. Let's see. I guess while we're waiting for the rest of the crew to come in, or Falcon to come back, I'm just cleaning up my glasses. I'm gonna check to see if any messages came in. As soon as I get that done, and yeah, just let's see. Golly, that's what I get for not checking my glasses today. All right, that's a lot better. There we go. A lot better. Bam. I could see. I could see clearly now. The rain is gone. All right, so let's see what we've got message wise. I think that's it. There's nobody here yet. Bum, bum, bum. But yeah, but for the most part, in case anybody, I probably should figure out how to do a multi stream as well to YouTube because it makes sense too. Oh my goodness, I got a lot going on in the background here. But for the most part, I was editing photos earlier. Let me see. Let me see if I could show off anything while we wait for some of the crew to come in. Share the screen. All right, so let me just pop that open. All right, cool. So let's do that. All right. So in the meantime, while we wait for people to come back in, hey, oh, that's me again. I got excited. So yeah, I was editing photos. Let's see. Just gotta wait for it to perk back up here. Okay, cool beans. So let's just go. Let's see. So these are some of the photos I took during MTAC. You know, for everybody to kind of gawk at for a quick moment. And yeah, so there's also a group meetup for Hotel Hasbin. I think that's what it was. It's interesting. It was a little well, that was the One Piece, I guess the ending meetup for that. I was in the middle of shooting something else when I had turned around and there was other people there. But yeah, I don't know. I might edit that one a little bit more because I had one where I made it more like a blue tint and I kind of like how that looks. But yeah. Oh, okay. And I don't know what happened, but I was editing this one and the axe was not cooperating. But this is actually it's a composite that I'm working on. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So I got a couple of these I gotta finish up, and then I'm gonna send it to my client there. And yeah, we got some Medusa. We got more Makima, some Juju Kaisen characters, more Juju Kaisen. Oh, look, more. I think there was a meetup, and I got some of the people there. I think that was supposed to be an Asterion cosplayer. Yeah. I swear. Those people were just literally just like, I'm just going to sit here. And like, bruh, oh, there we go. That one, I don't know. I guess I was trying to
Yep. There we go.
balance something and it did blur shake. Like, ugh.
Trash. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's not
Trash.
That's
Yeah.
not trash. That's a good one.
But yeah, but anyway, while you were doing your thing, I was just going through some of the shots I was working on.
Yeah.
Kind of fill the void of content.
That's a nice one right there, actually. That's a nice
Yeah, and I was trying to play with some of these here.
Yes.
I might tweak it, throw like a color overlay or something on it. Because I like the red pop on it, but I want to do more with it. Yeah. But yeah. And of course, one of my more favorite shoots I had that evening.
That's your favorite, one of your favorite characters, of course.
Yeah, it's my favorite character. Of course it is. Yeah. Bum bum bum. But anywho, let me stop sharing.
That's cool. No, keep sharing. That's cool, man. It's
nice
to
to
see, because sometimes I only see the process. I very rarely see the end results of stuff.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, did you see the shots that you helped out with?
Nope, I didn't help with those.
Yeah, that's he says the man with the hand in the scene.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, I thought you were.
No, that's not me.
Oh wait,
I wasn't there. I left.
You were telling me about it, and then you left.
Yes, I was not there for any of the long exposure photo.
So that was Courtney, big man Courtney then. Yeah. So I was playing around with some of these. I might have to adjust some of the brightness and whatnot in some of them. But yeah.
Oh man, that is fantastic. Holy shit, man. You got the whole damn swing. Wait,
yeah, I got
he was swinging up, right?
Yeah, he was swinging up, and he was swinging for the fences.
Wait a second. So for him to be swinging up and you have his arm frozen at the beginning, your flash was on first curtain.
I think on this one, yes.
Yeah, but still dope.
It was like an accidental cool thing.
Yeah.
And then when we were doing other shots, we got stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool too. Light painting is fun.
Yeah.
Light painting is fun.
I think this was the first time I was successful at it, though. Like, I've tried to do it a couple times before, and it just was not working. So, yeah, this is one of the rare times where I actually got shots that worked.
Well, pre-planning is the key, you know. Like, if you know you're going to do long exposure, planning ahead of time really helps. Like, okay, I'm going to do some long exposure stuff. How do I need to get my stuff set up, you know?
Yeah, because I think the initial thing was like you were saying, hey, hold it for a second, then do rear curtain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Flash.
Yeah. But what was weird is I was trying to do what you said, and it was giving me some grief. Like, this one was like about a second-ish, right?
Yeah.
I think this was on my Z5.
Don't look like he was moving, though.
Yeah, he wasn't moving at that time. I was just trying to get lights and stuff coordinated. But I ended up changing it so like it was to 1/1.3 seconds.
Okay.
instead of like a whole second. It was like
Right.
slightly shorter than a second, I guess, or slightly
Right.
longer. It was weird. It was a weird,
Yeah.
doesn't make
But that
sense number.
yeah, no, I know. That's the play
Hmm.
when you get there. It's like, okay, this is my base, and then let's see what happens when I do this. Let's
Yeah.
see what happens when I do this. Let's see what happens when I do this, but they do this. You know,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? What got me hooked on quote unquote light painting is when
Hmm.
one of my instructors defined what photography is, and that
Oh yeah,
just
the
blew my
painting with light thing.
paint. Yeah, he said it's photography is literally painting with light, and that changed how I perceived photography. So my whole mindset when I approach flash photography
Hmm.
is that I think of it if the scene was not lit at all, and then what areas do I want lit?
Mm.
What areas do I want to have light on? And then I'm thinking, okay, what mood do I want to have with that light that's lighting that area? And then how can I change that light? So I don't think about it as like, oh, I need this setting, this exposure, yada yada yada. I'm thinking, okay, I want this part of the person lit. I don't want this part of the person lit.
Yeah.
I want this part of the person lit, but not this side. Or when it comes to flash photography,
Yeah. And
um,
that's kind of how I was starting to play it as I was going on later.
yeah,
Because at first I was like, how do I accomplish this and make it work consistently, right?
yeah. And that's what I was saying. Like on the way
Mhm.
home, I was freaking out. I'm thinking, oh man, his flash is gonna overpower the lightsaber or whatever light source they have because their light source is not going to be bright enough to overpower your flash or your studio flash. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking, man, he's got to like block it off so it hit whatever light source they're using because you want their light source to be bright enough
Hmm.
to be shown. But anyway, but then looking at with your results, I'm like, and I knew it on the way. I'm like, nah, he'll figure it out. He's a seasoned photographer. He'll figure it out. And
He'll
then
figure it out.
then you show us this. I'm like, I knew he would. I knew he would.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's the fun part of photography. Is like going in with an idea and
Hmm.
then having somebody that's willing to trust you to get to that point. Because sometimes you get somebody that's like the model or whatever that's not very open or willing, you know.
Hmm.
But when you get somebody that's willing to work with you for like 20 minutes, 10, 15 minutes while you're working out how to get everything set up and then after that 15-minute mark, you actually creating the pictures that you want to create. Oh man, that's beautiful. That's
Yeah,
beautiful. You
and
know.
fortunately, like these two, well, and Mr. Vader, they were
Hmm.
willing test subjects in
Hmm.
that regard. So, like, he was the first one because I was trying to get his lightsaber, right?
Right.
Something with the saber, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just move around. Just start doing shit.
Right.
Yeah, and like I like the ones I did with. This is I think Dark Wave Surf cosplay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forget their
And
actual name, but yeah,
I
shot with
think
them. Say, hey, you got a couple minutes. You want to grab some lights, and we'll just figure it out, right?
figure it out. Right.
And yeah, so we started just doing that, and then Tommy's brother, he
Hmm.
was like a Jedi. Well, no, Hayato. That's what he's doing because he was. This is like the first bits of his Hayato cosplay that he was trying to put together.
Hmm.
I'm like, you know what? Screw it. You got a saber. Let's try it. And so
Let's
it just
try it.
had him swinging like crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And
That was a cool shot too.
yeah, but it's funny because the front curtain flash got stuff like this, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And I like it because it's still exposed, but he
Hmm.
was swinging it so fast that it was like doing these stair steppy color separation deals.
Yeah. Well, the problem with that shot,
Mhm,
it being first curtain,
mhm.
it doesn't look like he's swinging the blade up. If it was second curtain, if it was rear curtain, it would look like he's swinging the blade up. So his arms are at the bottom spot, It would
Yeah,
actually his arms would be at the top spot. You know what I mean? Where the flash would expose for his arms. Does that make sense?
yeah. And it would have been more
So
up here, like
yeah, his
this
arm yeah,
one.
his arms would look up there. So it'll actually look like he's swinging the blade up.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But
But yeah, I think
it's still everything else is perfect. Like at least in my opinion. Okay, see how that one is? You can see
mhm.
the light trail and then his
Y-
arms.
yeah,
That's the way the other one would have looked if it was second curtain.
yeah, and you could see the flow, the pattern flow,
Yeah, yeah.
and you could still see a little bit of the two.
Oh well, yeah. Well, that's. Wait, zoom in on his head. Ha 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 ha! That's funny. Uh,
Yeah,
that's
because I
funny.
think what it was, he was up. He was moving from like swinging
Left to right.
around, right?
He was
Like,
he was probably going. He was probably going. Yeah, because his head moved. His head had to
yeah,
move for that to happen. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, because also like it took a couple tries to kind of get the
And that's the
shot
other
and
hard part.
mhm.
That's the other hard part about it. Oh,
Golly, you could see his feet exposed, double exposed here. That's kind of cool though. You could see the motion in one frame. But yeah, I think his are probably one of the more interesting ones. Yeah. Yeah. I do find it funny that the light kind of exposed when he went up to the tree up here. Because even though I had the flash, the color flash that was over here was like a light blue, but the color that's exposing on the trees is the same as the saber. So I find that interesting. But yeah, this was interesting. I have to say, this was an interesting experience. Did I lose you, Falcon?
no, I'm here. I'm just listening to you.
Hey, Genesis. Well, hello.
Just listening to you, brother. Mate said that he's trying to get his uh, youngest one to bed.
Oh, he's trying to get his youngest to bed.
Yeah. And then Sam said he'll be here as soon as he can.
Okay. Okay. But hi. Well, hey, it's good to see you as well. It's rare that I'm streaming and people I know come in as well.
Oh, really? That's
Yes,
wild.
especially on
So,
YouTube. YouTube is like a very rare
oh, you,
sighting.
you got this on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube right now.
Oh, oh, snap! I thought we were going to Twitch. My bad.
I was gonna do Twitch, but
Uh-huh.
I'll be fair, it's I it's like a hit and a miss sometimes, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like everything else. But yeah, it's I was looking at videos of your Bowser being a dad and saw you were live. Oh, okay. Well, hey, well, thank you for stopping in. It's been awesome seeing that you popped in for a moment. Neat. And you got to stream at some point too, Genesis. You got to do that. I haven't seen you streaming in a while, but I see your post on Facebook. I barely post on Facebook. It's kind of sad. I don't use Facebook very much anymore. I've been having so many problems with the app. And fair. Games are art. I mean, in your case, it's usually art. In my case, it's usually photo editing, maybe gaming. I just deactivated mine today. Oh gosh. Oh well. I can't say much. I usually use it so I can post. I made something like this. But yeah. Well,
Well, I was trying to wait for salmon made before we start talking about pickups and stuff. Did you pick up anything this week?
Well, I know for a fact I got nothing.
You got nothing. That's cool.
I got nothing but blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah,
More tears.
yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. Blood, sweat, and tears is a recipe for success.
Well, correction. I got Starburst.
That's satisfaction for That's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you? Never mind. You know what? I totally forgot about what's going to be this weekend is the Cherry Blossom Festival.
Yeah, it is totally happening this weekend. And everybody I've seen post on Instagram about it. I'm like, shoot.
Yeah, I forgot about that this weekend. But I mean, if you would rather do that than do the shoot, just that by all means, just it's all good. But
well,
I totally forgot that was this weekend.
I'll be fair.
Uh-huh.
All right. Thanks, Genesis. Thanks for stopping in. And you have a good night as well. And like I was saying earlier, sir,
Yeah.
I initially had no plans. Even though I was thinking about going to, it'd be cool to go to Cherry Blossom Festival. I have no funds, and roommate is usually during this sort of thing. We usually don't go anywhere. But yeah.
Are they doing okay, man? They had their second child, right?
Oh, that was a while ago, man.
Yeah, I know, but they're doing okay, right?
Yeah, they're doing okay.
Yeah. That's cool.
If anything, it's just more money. That's what we need, because
yeah, that's the story of everybody's life.
Gosh, that was because he and I were working the same art job,
right?
And when that kind of fell through because they needed to save money rather than keep people on, we're both in the same boat. So he's been doing stuff, I've been trying to do stuff, and it's just been.
Wait, I thought you had that government job. Or was that
Yeah, I did.
about? Oh, is that
I'm
the job
still
you're talking about?
on the payroll, but they won't
Okay.
give us hours.
All right, I feel you. I know what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying now. Yeah.
So, and here's the bad thing. It's not just our section that they got kind of hit. It's like the games industry around literally the same exact time that we got we need to wait until more work comes in thing came up. It's like multiple industries for like gaming, movies, like all of these places all get hit almost the exact same time, and it's so annoying. Let me stop sharing this real quick. I see a Wild Sam appear.
It's either his connection or yours.
Yo!
Oh gosh. Yay.
Welcome.
Gentlemen.
I love how he's like Mad Max. It's awesome.
Shut up, Dirk.
Yeah, he's Mad Max and he's like It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, we were just chatting in general, and I was showing some of the stuff I took at MTAC. I could actually put it back on the screen if you want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that back up here.
It's the only highlights we're going to get this evening.
Golly.
Because we all know Sam's pickups are trash.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Pretty much. As long as if he doesn't he has Scarlet, I don't want to hear it.
Yes, that sir. Well now.
Did you get Scarlet?
She won't come till next week.
Golly, bro.
But you found her at Nashville West, right?
Hang on.
Okay.
I had a mouthful of food. No, I found her at Rivergate.
Found her at Rivergate.
Rivergate. Okay. All right.
I thought you went back and got it because I didn't see her anymore.
Mm-mm. I haven't seen Scarlett at all. For some reason, I thought you said west, so I went out west. Well, I went out west today because it's Friday, and I go that direction because it's Friday. And all the other times during the week, I go to Rivergate and Hendersonville because it's on my way to work or after work.
Right.
But no, I didn't see her.
So you didn't? Did you get any pickup?
Oh yeah, I got a couple because
I'm still looking, Tom. You can keep going. I'm looking.
Yeah, I got a couple pickups because Target has a that red circle sale they're going on, man.
Oh my goodness, bro!
And the Transformers are 30% off. Man,
30% off.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I wish I had known that.
You didn't see that?
I picked
Oh
up Sunstick
man,
and Sideswipe.
I got Sideswipe, which is a
here, let me
disappointment.
blow back up here.
But Sunstreak is the one I want to get next. But Sideswipe is a disappointment, dude. I was really mad. I got him. I'm really disappointed about him. Well, at least his like in his alt mode. His alt mode is fantastic. But the robot mode, it's like,
Tony, why did you take the pictures down, man?
Well, because I thought you wanted to see the pictures so you could see his stuff.
Nah, man, keep the pictures up. Nobody.
No, I was looking. I don't care about Rashad's stuff.
Yeah, nobody care about this stuff, man. We care about your beautiful artwork, which is also Dookie.
Garbo, sir.
If we're gonna show Dookie on the live stream, we might as well show the best Dookie we have.
The best Dookie we have. Golly, it sounds so bad when you say it like that.
What, Dookie? Oh, my bad. I'll find another word to say. Until then,
gosh.
I'm gonna say Dookie. Oh, look at that Dookie right there.
That's trying to get something to work out here. That shit was not happening, bro.
This thing side, I was like, man, let me get, because like I like Sideswipe, man. I thought that's one of my favorite Transformers, and it was so disappointing. Like visually, design was bad. No, the design is
I love the
dope.
brothers.
The design,
I love the brothers.
The design is dope, but like the articulation, it's crazy how one piece of articulation will like completely ruin the figure for you. You know what I'm saying? And there's one thing about this damn thing that just ruins the whole thing for me, and it's his feet. His feet don't have any ankle rockers, man. It just his feet are horrible.
They're just like this.
They're like RC's was.
Okay, I don't know if I had RC. I don't have RC. I don't think I have RC.
Yeah, they're like this right here. Oops, wrong one.
They just go front and back. Well, just front. His don't even go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like that.
Anything. It's just
it
straight.
Is horrible. Straight horrid. Like
that's so whack, man.
Like you couldn't put you couldn't put like a little ball joint right there. You know, it wouldn't hinder the transformation at all.
That's what I was gonna say. So it wouldn't mess up the alt mode.
No, it wouldn't. If they put a little ball joint right there, it would mess up the alt mode. The way it transforms, like, because all you got to do for transformation is just turn it that way, and can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, all you got to do is turn it that way for transformation. So if they had a little ball joint right there, it wouldn't matter if it rocked left and right. You still got to do that.
That's
for transformation.
So weird.
You know
that they would do that, and then he can't really walk. That's so weird.
I actually have thought about. Like I said, I thought about him. I was like right there, but then I was like, nah. Plus, I saw something that made me just. I saw something that made me drop everything.
Yeah,
I saw something that made me drop everything. And said, nope, we'll be getting this.
Was it a 6-pack of Guinness?
Oh well, I mean, what? Yeah, well, no, that was coming anywhere it went. That was coming anywhere it goes.
All right, so I guess, and then I picked up Blaster, because I don't have a
Oh,
blaster.
you finally got him.
Yeah, I finally got blaster. But like I said, he was the first one I got off of the 30% off sale. So it was 30% off. So I was like, let me go ahead and get him now before I can't ever get him again.
I wish I'd have known that. I would have went on and got. They had Optimus Primal.
Oh,
Primal?
Yeah.
Huh? I should have got Optimus Primal.
Yeah. And then who else did I get? I got Metalhead because I got Metalhead and Airborne because I was afraid like they're gonna go on sale, and I'm like, I will never get them. So I went ahead and picked them up.
Nah,
that's it.
Now Airborne, I know Airborne had. Yeah, now I know Airborne was a good judge. Like a good. He was a good. He's good. I like him.
Yeah, I like Airborne.
Yeah, Metalhead, I still haven't come around to.
Yeah, I just the only reason I got him was because I was sitting there looking at him. I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get him now, because if he goes on clearance, I'm never gonna get him. And I actually think, isn't he the first Iron Grenadier that they released?
He is the first Iron Grenadier. Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, let me go and get him, because he's the first one, and it's gonna be one of those things like in a couple months or a year.
Yeah,
they discount them.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel hurt about it if I don't go to get them soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are my
pickups.
Feel
hurt about them.
Those are my pickups. I want to know what you got, man. That made you drop. I want to know what you got that made you drop something else.
Well, I got.
Is that Batman?
It's hard. Is that Cassandra? That's Cassandra Cain?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna stop my screen share so I can see
that. That's Cassandra Cain. You fucking asshole. Where'd you you better not say you got it from Rivergate.
Oh, you're talking about the one that you left right there by the scanner?
I didn't put it I didn't put it next to the scanner. Is that where you found her?
Yeah, right there by the scanner.
Get the fuck out of here. At Rivergate? When?
Bro.
Was it today?
Yeah, today.
God damn it.
Golly, man.
God damn it. The one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go in the opposite direction. I'm gonna go hunt in the direction I don't ever go.
That's funny.
Was it the only one? Was it the only one?
They're not even supposed to be out yet.
Oh, so it's still in like process then?
So I went there and there was only one there. There's only one. It's right there by the scanner.
Yeah.
I looked at it and then I did the little scan thing and it was in the system. So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm walking around. I was trying to look for another one so I could send a picture if I needed to you.
Yeah.
But they didn't have any.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, well, I'll just go on and be petty. Any other time I do.
Might as well. Might as well. Take advantage of the pettiness.
Yeah. So I said, I'm going to be petty.
Honestly, I would think lesser of you if you did.
Yeah, I can't take. Right. I couldn't just not get it just because. So I go to the thing and it was close to closing time.
Yeah.
So the guy, well, not close. It was like about 9:20. And I just looked up and got a guy that really didn't want to be there. Really want to be at work today. I really looked, and then it said we can't sell this to 428. I was like, oh man,
428, dude. That's
28. Wow.
Mm-hmm. What? So I turned around and I said, my man, but like I said, it just rang up red at first, but then when it came out, he says you can't get it right now. I said, oh, okay, man. Well, thank you. He said, do you want it? I said, yeah, I want it. He said, all right. So he sit up there, took the thing off, pumped in $22.99. And I was like, my man, and thank you. I appreciate it. That was it.
Wow.
So
that's what's up.
Crazy,
sometimes it
bro.
pays. Right. Sometimes it pays to go at the end of the day.
Wow. That's beautiful.
So yeah, that was beautiful. This cat was ready to go home.
We got to make sure we delete this live because we don't want to get nobody in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want me to delete it?
We're gonna delete this live. We're gonna delete Sam's section of that story out of this
we'll
live.
just delete that section.
And this section explaining how we're gonna delete it. And just continue on like it never happened.
Right.
It's silly.
Okay, and we're back. Okay, yeah, that was some yeah.
Man, you got some cool pickups this week, man. What'd you get?
That's cool pickups. Yeah.
And Mage says baby's almost asleep.
That's funny. That's what's up.
I am so dying. Yeah, it was, and then I went on and I went on and started getting the rest of them. I'm gonna probably get one maybe every month, but I got Lloyd.
Oh wait, the Figma Lloyd is like his that's his kind of down, kind of busy.
Casual. Yeah. Casual. From Spy Family.
Spy Family. Although, where's my Yor here?
Yeah, I saw that. But see, you have Yor in her assassin fit, right?
Yes, I was gonna get the one in her sweater.
Yeah.
Fit, but I haven't had a chance to get it because I think both of them have been out for a while. It's just
they've been out. So
getting them has been.
Well, I said I was gonna space them out. So I'm gonna get like I said, I want to get Yor, but seeing that Anya she's like $38.
Oh gosh!
So I might go
when I got her, she was like 40.
Yeah, she's like 30 some bucks, but I think I want the one. I think I want her with Bond.
So, yeah, it's like a duo pack, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't know, but that's what I'm leaning towards. But I because I've been threatening to watch it, so maybe I'll watch it 1 or 2 episodes, and then I just one day I was doing something. And I said, well, and I started I just started all over from 1. And then by the time I did sit down, it was into the next one that I hadn't watched. Mm-hmm. So I started watching. I was like, yeah, I can get into it.
It's a good show.
I do wish there was a bit more action. It's a good show, but I wish it was a bit more action, but I wish it was where they crossed paths in their jobs a lot. I mean, I would love it if they did. I would love it if maybe there was an episode where he had to maybe protect someone while she was trying to kill the dude, because we don't really see Yor do much as far as her killings. And and I'm like I said, I'm in the first season, so I don't know if I don't know if the manga shows it more or if it's where the anime just hasn't. If they haven't shown, well, go ahead.
I think it is more of the anime hasn't caught up to that segment yet, because it's pretty close to how it's presented during most of the most of the run for the comic and for the anime. So it's not like they're not doing it. It's just Yor is. I think her thing is she's trying to make sure she doesn't just oust herself, because she doesn't neither of them really realize what their actual jobs are. That's the truth. But in the anime they haven't got up to the point where they're overlapping, because that sort of stuff happens in the manga. But they haven't caught up yet. They haven't caught up to those sections. That's all.
Okay, well, I mean, because I'm ready to see something like that. I think it would make more for more for fun, but just actually just more for just realistic, because the whole thing is and now of course we are dealing with Asian culture, to where there's a possibility that no, she would never question what her husband was doing. And it would be something that what up, sir? So that's what I'm trying to think. If it's where I would love to see it in I want to see the movie, but like I said, I would love to see more action in it.
Yeah.
And I think this movie is gonna.
What you trying to see?
Spy Family. this movie, I think this movie is gonna put a lot of action in on it because it is where you're dealing more with the the family aspect of it. But I'd like to see, and then they touch on Twilight stuff. But like I said, I'd like to see some of your stuff too.
What? Yeah, that's something I have not seen. I hear that what's the name? Your Forager. She's a Tifa type. She's a Tifa type, so I should probably get on into this.
Yeah, she got some strength. She will
And
when she
I've seen
when
some
she
fantastic.
kicks when she kicks. Oh,
yeah, she's
Okay.
She's borderline superhuman. Like, and
Yeah,
nobody
I mean,
really realizes this.
That's an anime
yeah,
trope, and
like
little skinny girl got more strength than anybody.
Mhm.
yeah. Now I would
Okay.
just love it if they would have let him come. Like if they would have let oh, I forgot his name.
That looks like a real expensive
If
civilian
they
army
let him
builder.
come with the gun. Huh? Say it again.
That look like a real expensive civilian army builder.
Yeah, that's Lloyd. Yeah.
Like they
No, I
let
know. What's
Lloyd
that? SHF or Figma?
SHF.
Okay.
If he
Yeah, I
would have
think
if he would have, I would have loved it. Like because I think I'm gonna get the suit one anyway because I want the gun. I don't have I don't have that gun that he has. I don't have an extra one flying around here unless I thought like my Expendables Barney came with a gun like that, but I can't find his guns anyway.
I'm on my phone today because my laptop
So yeah.
died, man.
yeah, he's like the hard drive.
Okay.
medical-
So
That's
I'm
why I
sorry, go
couldn't
ahead.
host it. I was saying I'm on
Oh,
I'm on my computer. I'm on my phone because my laptop died. That's why I
did
couldn't
it?
host. I couldn't host it. Yeah, I had to emergency request Tony Man host it, man, and clearly he got it squared.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So Rashad,
Mm-hmm.
guess what?
Chicken butt.
That too. She got a wire cape.
A wire cape?
Of course she does.
Yes,
I
sir.
already knew that.
Who?
I knew that.
Who is that?
Cassandra
Who's that?
Kane.
Cassandra Kane. Yeah, because I've already watched some reviews
Huh?
about her. I've already watched some reviews
Cassandra
about
Kane.
her.
Uh,
So like, I already knew.
I
what
tried
I
to stay
need
away
that.
from the reviews this time.
Yeah,
I
because
need that figure.
she's a Target exclusive.
God dang it!
Target exclusive.
Yep,
I hate Target.
Target exclusive.
See, I need Cassandra Kane to be the McFarlane little mama to my Luke Fox.
But the thing is, Mage, Target exclusives for the most part for McFarlane are a lot easier to find
Yeah, they're
than
way
Yeah.
easier.
any
Honestly,
than any Hasbro or Walmart exclusive or any
We will
Hasbro.
see.
You know what I'm saying? No, really, they really are. They really are
Yeah,
a lot easier.
yeah.
They really are.
At that when I take Mini Man to karate,
You know what I'm saying?
we will see.
And what I'm saying is
well,
you could quite possibly look on the app and order it off the app
go ahead.
and get it.
Well, I don't do that young people stuff.
No.
I mean, it's the best way to ensure you get stuff, though.
No.
Since for some reason the person that's the closest to a Target can't seem to ever find anything from Target.
Ah
Can't
man,
seem
yeah,
to find
man. My
anything.
Target
You're
is
the
trash,
closest-
man.
You're the
one to
closest
Target.
person to any Target.
At least
Well, I
two
don't
or
know.
three
I don't know.
targets nearby.
No,
too.
No,
Tony
Tony's
might
the
be
closest.
closer. I don't know.
Tony is the closest.
I mean,
When
the
he used-
closest,
when-
it's going to take me the same amount of time as y'all
No,
to get to a target.
I take that back. When Tony when you used to work at Staples, you were literally the closest to 80.
You were, yeah.
I will
remember,
admit that.
I remember that one time after you worked
So,
there, I went up there. I
I
went
was-
to the Target like
I was
like,
cleaning up.
Tony. I'm like, Tony's the closest person to any Target ever. He could literally like, hey man, I'm going on lunch break. All right, and walk to
Yeah,
the
but
Target and walk to
Exactly.
Target.
He could
Eat.
kill us.
He could eat. He could
could-
eat. Go to
Man.
Target. Read a book and still get half time left in his time on his lunch break.
Man, look, Tony be trying to go on lunch break and try to center himself from the foolishness that's been assaulting him since he opened the store
he would still have he would still have time. He would still have time. He would still have 5 minutes left.
5, dude. I swear,
he could go out into the parking lot, meditate, get some food, use the bathroom, take another shower just in case he didn't feel so good. Like, man, I'm a little sticky. Let me take a shower. Take a shower. And then go to Target and still have time to be like, you know what? Let me meditate again before I go to work.
I will say, as someone who worked that job for 5 years, the only time I got an hour break during that dumb job was when I was working more than 8 hours. And sometimes I didn't really get an hour break. It was still 30 minutes if I was lucky. So me hauling ass to a Target and coming back was usually just enough time to get what I was getting, run back, and then clock back in. That was usually because my lunch breaks were always during those stupid rush hour breaks times. So getting in and out of Target was like a pure hassle.
Let me ask you. So your lunch breaks were scheduled during the rush.
Okay, I love this cake.
How many other employees?
I love this cake. This.
How many other employees that kind of looked like you were there, or was it just you?
We're counting the manager.
Is the manager black?
Is
the manager black?
When she was working there, yes, she was. There was definitely a black manager.
When she wasn't there, she wasn't black.
What she do?
Went home.
She changed.
When she clocked out,
she wasn't working.
She clocked out. I ain't black no more.
So when she clocked in
at Staples, I'm black. I ain't black no more.
No, guys, no. Because like
I ain't black no more.
Oh my goodness!
I'm delivered.
She clocked out.
I'm delivered. I'm delivered.
No,
like I've been.
So she went from melanin positive to melanin challenged.
I don't like men's no more.
Oh my goodness!
I don't like men's no more. I'm delivered. Delivered.
Man said delivered.
You guys are foolish. Come on.
No, man, you said it.
No, if you remember.
Okay, look, I was trying to say that
if you ever seen that whole sequence, man, I am delivered. He said, I don't like no men.
Men's no more. I am delivered. I am delivered.
Whole church like. Okay,
you're gonna be liking some men's when you leave here. Matter of fact, I think you liking men's right now.
Go on, sit down before your brunch date at Ed Buck house. Go on now, sit down.
Okay, what I was trying
to get at. I hope he didn't go to Ed Buck house. He had to dodge the bullet for real.
We had such high turnover on managers that one manager who was the longest one I worked with, by the way.
You go to Diddy house, you come out alive, at least.
Damn, what the fuck?
Ed Buck house, I don't know.
It's a weird.
You're a modern day Jeffrey Dahmer, man.
Oh my goodness.
Buck, boy.
Hey.
You get swallowed up, literally.
All right, go ahead, Tony.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All I was trying to say is that we had such high turnover. Is that one manager happened to be actually black and female, and that was probably the coolest one I had while I was working there. We had another one later.
Usually how it works.
But the problem is a lot of them were just like in and out. Like they're just in and out, and I'm like. It seemed like the Staples down here. It was like what do you call it? A transactional. Oh, hey, I'll help out, and then they just go different directions.
Oh yeah. They come help out and be like, I ain't staying here, man.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all found my spiral. I'm so excited.
That one.
That's cool.
I mean, I was the first one of us to get spiral, I think.
Speaking of
spiral, you just kind of like, where'd she go?
Yeah.
Where did you come from?
Hey,
is everybody caught up on X-Men?
Wait. Before we talk about X-Men, because that's very emotional roller coaster. Hey, Mage, do you remember Lincoln Blake the dude the brother we used to run to on 2nd Avenue that was running security at Dick's. They went out to Cali to be an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember him? I'll take that as a no. Okay.
What was
he
his
just
name?
Lincoln Blake. Because we're gonna do a photo shoot with him where we're gonna have him like changing the Venom and his son's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
that's
part of it.
right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
But
Yes.
okay. But anyway,
What's
he's
up?
been doing a lot of
Don't tell me.
gigs, commercials and
Okay.
all this other shit,
I
right?
thought you was
Okay.
finna say he passed away. I'm like, come on, man.
No, man.
Okay,
No,
cool.
no. Okay. But anyway, he just posted that one of a movie that he's in went from Tubi to Prime Video.
Ooh.
And it's called the Disruptors. It's on Prime. It's on
Whoa.
Amazon Prime.
Disruptors.
It's called
Hold
The
on.
Disruptors.
Wait a minute.
But no, he's been on a couple commercials, man.
From Tubi
They took
to
the movie
Prime?
from Tubi
Wow.
to
It's an
Amazon
upgrade.
Prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a movie that he's in got upgraded. It got upgraded
because a lot
The
of
movie
times
got
stuff go from
upgraded.
Prime
to
to
Tubi.
Tubi.
No, the movie he's in got upgraded from Tubi to
They-
Prime.
They the
That's
clock.
what's
What
up,
was?
man.
Oh man.
Oh wait, is it the
That's
one that
what's
came
up.
out in 2022 or the 2024?
Shit, I
'Cause
don't
there's
know.
two.
I'll double check that in a minute because I just already left the page. But no, man, there's a commercial that he was in. Man, that shit is hilarious, and I literally mean hilarious. And it's a series of commercials. He's
What
in,
is it
man.
about?
Oh, let me. Okay, for you, Sam, I'll go back to his Facebook page and find out. 'Cause that shit is.
Now I can look it up
hilarious.
if you already looking at something else.
Went from
No.
Tubi
I'll look it
to
up.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Lincoln Blake, man.
That
I'll
is
send you the link real quick.
that's an interesting upgrade right there, man.
Oh, what happened? We lost Mage.
Hold
I'll wheel him back in a moment.
Okay, hold on. I'll
He
send.
might
the
have
link
lost
to you.
power on his phone. Hey, there he is. There you are.
I'll send this to you. Who gonna be their text group?
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
okay. That's the clip from him. The movie that he went to Tubi to Amazon Prime. Let me find the commercial he's in,
I'm
man. That
geeked,
shit.
man.
Commercial.
That commercial he's in is fucking funny as fucking man.
That sounds pretty funny. I'm gonna look that up, man. I'm gonna check it out.
Let me find a commercial he's in, man. That commercial is
Man.
hilarious. I just like it
I
because
swear,
I like it because he said, you know what, I'm moving to LA. I'm gonna be an actor because he was part of the Arena Football League. The first year this team was in Nashville, they won the championship.
Yeah.
He's got that. Man, he's coming to the bar with that big ass ring on his finger. I'm like, man, what's that from, man? He was like, yeah, we won our inaugural year. We won the championship. And I'm like, why is nobody talking
That's
about this
cool,
shit?
man.
You know, their inaugural year, they won
Somebody
the
got
championship.
to have
for
his cable,
Nashville.
man. I'm sending something to the group.
Oh, okay. I found it. It is the one that they it was listed as 2024. That's the one I found.
What are you talking about?
The movie you were talking about?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, y'all do pickups?
Yeah, we did.
Well,
I
I didn't have pickups. I just showing my photos. So,
and the only reason I just showed mine is because I was being petty.
He'd been petty in the extreme in that particular regard.
Yeah.
What's
I was
that?
being super.
Who is that? Is that Ant-Man? Is that Ant-Man?
Oh, that's a neat
like
Ant-Man figure.
Yeah, it's Ant-Man with the.
Is that Ant-Man?
It's Marvel. It's Marvel Select
Ant-Man?
Ant-Man with the
Looks like Ant-Man.
with the jetpack.
Looks like Ant-Man.
Marvel Select Ant-Man.
But here's the crazy thing.
That looks
I
like
thought he
Anthony
was
Piper's. Anthony Piper's Ant-Man.
No, if it was Anthony Piper, it'd probably be like they call him Black Flag or something because he'd be killing bugs or something foolish.
Oh my goodness!
But no.
Did you hear? Did you hear that like Denzel and and some other cats had auditioned. Let me see. Denzel and Mario Van Peebles had auditioned for Sho'nuff and Bruce Leroy, respectively.
Really?
Could you imagine Mario Van Peebles as Bruce Leroy? I could see that. It's probably
Van
like
Peebles,
as much as
Van
Tiamat
Peebles.
looked like him.
He'd be like super young back then,
Light
didn't he?
skinned, curly haired, DeBarge looking dude.
Van Peebles, I could see.
And then
Denzel, no.
and then Denzel as Sho'nuff. Oh, I could come on, man. If you seen
as
Training Day,
Sho'nuff?
you know who's
I've seen
Sho'nuff.
Nah.
I think it'd be more funny.
Not then.
Yeah.
Oh, you think this neighborhood's not gonna? You think this neighborhood's not gonna bow to me? Is that what you think?
Not then. Young Denzel.
Yo, who's the pretty?
Young Denzel.
Young Denzel could have pulled that off.
Young Denzel, as hard as he went, was it Glory? Hard as he went in Glory. I don't know if he could pull off Sho'nuff the way that.
He also did a thing.
No, can like the once like
man, I keep getting kicked out.
I don't think
I'm finna just leave.
I don't think The Last Dragon will be a cult classic with those characters in there.
Exactly.
I don't think. I mean, and there's no respect. I mean, no disrespect to either one of those guys.
Yep.
Really, I mean,
no, for sure.
And I really think that if they had did those characters, I don't think we would have gotten the Glory Denzel. I don't think we would have gotten the Wesley Snipes that we are used to. It would have been more of a. I think it would have changed So I am glad it went the way it went.
Me too. I would not change anything about The Last Dragon.
Yo, did you just see the picture I sent you, Rashad?
Just now? No.
Instagram. On
Instagram. I'll look
check it out.
Oh wait, is that the Marvelous Legendary? Is that the one you're talking about?
You're getting ready to what?
I just saw a post in there.
Oh, yeah, that's kill. Man, like that like I was not gonna get cable until you sent that picture to me. I'm like, okay. All right, maybe
he actually looks pretty good.
And then this last episode of X-Men was like,
they got it.
Let me go in.
And get this I'm still get choked up when I think about the episodes. We don't have to talk about it because I'm choked up. But
bro, I just watched it today.
That was
honestly, I just watched it today, and I'm right here and tell you right now, it's been a long time. So I almost ugly cried during a cartoon. And I about damn near ugly cried today, man. I was about to do the whole. I almost ugly cried today, man. I was gonna do the.
Like as far as and this is just my statement is that as far as episodes go, this is one of the best ones so far.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
but at the time, I mean, now I can't put it to one because Cyclops is short, but I put it to one was good as like an introduction. Like, hey, you ain't been here in a while. Let me show you what you done missed. That was great. That was really great. And everything else has been like, we're gonna we up in this game. But that one right there, the one that just came out, showed how they upped the game story wise. Animation wise, and then the fact that how strong this series is. This series, I have to say, as far as Marvel animation go, because remember we've always talked about DC animation.
Yes,
this
for sure.
Marvel animation. This has put something. That's put something up. That is that. Honestly,
it's put them on people's radar right now.
That's what I'm saying.
As far as animation's going, DC has always ruled. Everyone's like, DC animated movies.
Right. DC has always been on top.
Superior.
Yeah.
But this last episode, what X-Men 97
with story
doing
right now,
what'd you say? What'd you say, Sam?
with story and with animation, DC has always reigned supreme with that. But
Supreme.
not anymore.
No, I don't know.
Not anymore. Let me say it like
X-Men's coming up, man. X-Men's like,
X-Men,
hey,
yeah.
look
I'll say it
what
like
we
that.
about to do. Look what we about to do.
Yeah.
But
you know,
but what's crazy? I was watching the episode and all the stuff that was happening, and I'm thinking they've already told us this was gonna happen way back in the original series. This is the whole reason Bishop. This is the whole reason Bishop came back. You know, it was to stop the mutant massacre. Well, crap, I just spoiled it. Was to stop this from happening. But the fact that Cable came back added a whole new level of like, okay, you know what I mean? I think I just spoiled it right again. Dang, nabbit. I was trying to say without spoiling it, but it don't matter. But they've already told us this was going to happen way back.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if Tony, have you seen it?
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you're good.
Have you seen it?
Well, see, so
have you seen it, Tony?
I have not watched it yet. I've watched I watched Fallout. The first
I started Fallout. I watched episode 1 of Fallout.
I watched. I'm on 3 right now.
I have not watched Fallout.
So,
I haven't watched Fallout yet. I need to watch Fallout.
Yeah, look, I started watching Parasite.
Is that good?
That's a good one.
Hell yeah, that's good. Have you seen the anime?
No,
man.
But
it is quite good.
Let's go back to Fallout.
Mage, did you watch your Power Ranger anime yet?
Oh,
is it out?
Is that available?
That started the 8th. It started the 8th.
Okay, I gotta watch that because
I'm finna. I've been waiting for that, man. That Kaiju number 8.
Kaiju number 8 is 10 hours before the first episode or the next episode.
Kaiju number 8 looks fantastic.
Yeah. No disrespect.
Somebody was talking.
I want to go backtrack to Tony watching Fallout because I read a review about Fallout not being so great. So I was curious about Tony's
not being great. Who's lying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm asking you, dog. I'm asking you. What do you feel?
Okay.
I mean, we're not gonna listen to them. We're trying to
what are your thoughts on it?
I don't care. What are your thoughts? I don't give a damn what.
I watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
how many are there?
Okay, they're right at the whole season's dropped, so you can watch the whole first season. I think it's 10 or so episodes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the whole season. Yeah.
But on the first day, they only they had the premiere of 1 episode and then some behind the scenes stuff, and then that was it. But for the most part, I liked it. I like it's as an adaptation of a game that is very widely capable of like high interpretation because of play style.
Right.
For what they did for the first 2 episodes, holy shit.
Okay, cool.
Well, that's cool.
All right.
Thank you, Falcon.
Because that's what I was worried about. It's like because Fallout is one of those games like you can play any style you want. Like, like how are they going to adapt this to a?
But that's what I like. I like that they took it was borderline like almost doing like the first game of Fallout where like everything's fresh and new. So you had to kind of play it safe, right? But it's also doing a thing where the world is not safe at all.
Okay. So they combine the best parts of both elements into okay, I feel you.
So it's got that. Oh, I'm gonna play because it's my first time out of the gate, bro. You're not ready.
Wrong
at all.
Hey man, how do y'all feel about the announcement for the Last Ronin movie and the G.I. Joe versus Transformers, man? What do you mean, nope?
Okay, so
what do you mean, nope?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm just asking, what do you mean, nope?
Okay, so the only reason, I it's not that I don't care for the Ninja Turtle movies, and like as far as live action is concerned, of course, when we talk about like old school ones, definitely.
Majors.
But these new ones, I had to put my mindset in the thing of this.
Sorry,
is it frozen again? Yeah, he's frozen again.
I hate to interrupt you, but somebody needs to take a screenshot of this so we can replace the bruh symbol with his face. Say, bro, because look at that expression. That expression. Damn it!
I think I got it.
No, don't worry. I'll run this back because his expression right there was typical, bruh.
Bruh.
I got it.
You got it.
I got it.
Okay, go ahead, Sam. I'm sorry.
So the thing is that we have some successful Ninja Turtle movies.
Yeah.
And then we have some not so successful. And then we have massively successful Ninja Turtle animation movies.
Right.
Think about this. We have not had a failure as far as Ninja Turtle animation goes.
Right.
Even the newer one, the Rise. The Rise is actually halfway decent. It's pretty good.
Okay.
So I mean, it took liberties and then it went in different directions, but it was still pretty good. And even the Rise movie was good.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah. So with that being said, there's a lot of times that, and I'd say there's a lot of times that certain things should be animated. Now I know that the Last Ronin would translate better animated.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, most
it would translate better animated. I know that there will be, even if you did take it to the screen or whatever have you, you would have older Ninja Turtle fans going. You would have the younger ones going because the parents would want to take them to see something like that, and it would be a backlash because you have to think about it. When they did Transformers the movie, and they ended up killing off a lot of Autobots and killing off that took a lot of children by surprise, and it really messed up some kids. Some kids were really taught. I mess with my brother all the time, but he actually cried when Prime bit it.
Really?
You're
talking about the 80s. The 80s.
Yeah, the 80s. Yeah. So I think that with that being said, that you should have stuck to that and allowed your older Ninja Turtle fans to support you. What they're going to do is they're going to put it in this, like the way these newer Ninja Turtles look. I think that they're going to try to mimic that more than anything. I don't think that they're going to. And it's going to mess it up because a lot of people didn't like it. Was okay for what it was. It made money. It sold toys. That's the one thing they do. But I don't think that us as fans would really appreciate it being like that, being modernized to that extent.
Yeah.
So I have my I'll still reserve right. I still reserve my right to judge for later on. But I don't know. I just feel that way. Now, the G.I. Joe, if they do keep it on the same wavelength that they did with this newer Transformer movie, there is a possibility that they could do it right this time. And the simple fact that because you have the newer books that are out, like the newer G.I. Joe, it helps them a lot. It helps them a lot because if they do it like that, they have newer technology. You have this new way you could show Duke. You have this new way you could show Cobra Commander. You have these newer ways that they have. They even have new ways that Prime is.
And eventually,
Prime is out here suplexing folks.
Man, what? Man, eventually they're gonna have a Destro. I think Scarlet has her own series coming out.
Scarlet, I know Destro, and and I love the way they have. It's where they are giving you a chance to relearn some of these characters, and I think that is the better thing for them to do. Like the whole thing, like I like the way they have Duke painted as not the Boy Scout this time. I like that.
Yeah.
I think
I like how they painted him more of a soldier and less of a Boy Scout. He's a soldier.
And less of a Boy Scout.
He's a soldier.
So
duty
makes
first.
Sense. Yeah, like
not duty first, but like loyal to your
country,
your squad. Not I wouldn't even say country, just your squad.
Your squad,
team. Your squad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Your squad.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Country,
I think
because if he had loyalty to his country, he wouldn't be doing some of the stuff he does.
I guess that's
in the
valid.
comic book. Like he has more loyalty to his
I think
squad.
it's more of it's where he's actually like the whole thing is Duke is saying, "Hey, it's out here. There's craziness out here," and everyone is looking at Duke like he's crazy, and everyone is just like, "Yeah." So I just like, yeah, but I'm
anyway.
sorry. Go ahead. Who's next?
Honestly, I don't know. It's like to me, it's like okay with the G.I. Joe movie franchise as a whole.
Continue blabbing Tony about stuff I don't care about.
Okay,
go ahead, Tony.
Jerk. Anyway, to me, G.I. Joe as a movie franchise is in a weird spot because you have good potential that's usually squandered for one reason or another. If it's animated, it's almost always pretty decent or really good, right? It's one of those. It's not like tragic, terrible like usually the live action movies tend to be.
Did y'all check out that Toy Galaxy video link I sent about G.I. Joe Sigma 6?
Sigma 6?
Nah,
it was.
It's not that I didn't want to, Maze, but I know you like Sigma 6 more than probably.
Well, I like it. I like it more than y'all.
Yeah. So now I will look at it if you're saying that it's more of a.
I mean, the way they do, the way Toy Galaxy does their mini docs, it's pretty interesting. Okay. And then they go back and they do a side-by-side rundown of Transformer series versus G.I. Joe series and how they're constantly being reinvented to capitalize on that toy money. And I just thought it was interesting.
Right.
So I figured I'd share that with y'all.
Well, I'll look at it. It's just the thing that I was like Sigma 6, Mage.
Yeah, man.
I was like, Mage, you my guy, but Sigma 6, man.
Sigma 6, man.
But I'll look at it. I tried. Okay, so with Sigma 6, I'm sorry, Tony. We did cut you off when you were on your explanation. And Tony, we just lost Tony.
We can't lose Tony because Tony is hosting the event.
Well, apparently.
Well, he got fed up and said, "You know what? Peace."
No, my connection.
Oh, there we go.
Every now and then just goes.
Oh. Yeah, but
did I tell y'all I picked this up from the outlet sale?
Oh, a displacer beast.
No.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, I got a couple of them because they was under $20. I'm like, let's go.
That's cool.
A 6-legged panther with Venus flytrap tentacles. There's something to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are.
Then they got those beholders for cheap. I'm like, man.
Was it
so
Target?
Tony, were you done saying what you wanted to say?
I lost my train of thought.
Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it wasn't you. It's just the connection went.
No, it was because I was talking Sigma 6, and then you got cut.
My connection just decided I'm gonna turn off.
No, it's just like I said.
We're still live, right? Yeah. Okay.
I would think so. Yeah,
okay.
It's still showing.
I like this guy.
Oh wow, is that?
Yeah, I went to your Target to look for him, and I never could find any.
Word.
It's funny how we have dubbed that Target Mage's Target.
And y'all go more than I do.
Yeah.
Y'all be there more than me.
No, sir, that is your Target.
Yeah. This guy, I like this guy here.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good one.
I don't like these two stupid parts, man. There's clearly no black people in the design room.
Yeah.
Because we don't get parts on both sides, man.
Wait, did it like a part on his hair? That's weird. because I couldn't see. Oh, why? Why?
Not that thick anyway. Not that thick.
You want to know why? Because white people. Because white people. If you had some brothers in there, he would have it. He would have it on one side of his head, and he'd be good.
Well, everybody got their own way of doing stuff.
They just do stupid stuff, man.
Maybe there is.
They just do stupid stuff.
Maybe they did see an African American male.
You want to sum up the history of the species? They just do stupid stuff.
That was a 90s hero.
Oh, y'all are frozen.
Man,
dang. No, I'm frozen. I'm still here. I'm just like
that was a 90s.
No.
Oh, goodbye, Mage.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I don't know if
you know what. You know what? Let me tell you something. At one point in time, I was excited when it happened to nostalgia. Like, nostalgia's getting kicked out. Right now, my pettiness has transferred to Mage.
Yes,
to Mage. Like, that's how many hell's gonna get kicked out of this stream tonight.
Damn, petty. It's super petty.
So has anyone seen Kong versus the second one?
Kong Godzilla. Kong versus Godzilla? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what? Okay, so do you want to say something or what? You ain't saying anything about anything, so go ahead.
Oh man, no. I've said a lot of things about a lot of stuff. Just Kong versus Godzilla. Someone said this is supposed to be like the finale or something.
I think that was the idea.
So it is the last one because they no longer have the rights to Godzilla anymore.
Yeah.
So this will be the last. This will be the last one with this, like with Godzilla. Unless they work something else out.
Okay, hold on. When you say they, who's they?
I think it's Universal, right?
Universal. So Universal. Godzilla is of course Tahoe. And so Universal, like they just worked it out and said, look, Tahoe came and said, nah, we'll give you 2 movies. No, I'm sorry, we'll give you that's that one. So we'll give you, I think it was 4 or 5 movies.
Yeah.
I think it was 4. I might be wrong. Anyway, the whole thing is that they're on the last one. Now, unless they work something out again,
so this
I don't know how they will.
So what you're saying, this is the last one they're gonna have with Godzilla, as we know him,
yes.
Godzilla
that we know of. Yes. Okay. Unless they change something up or much more. Now what I would you know what? I really wish they would work something out where they could get a Godzilla Gamera movie.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah. Now I would love them to work that out, but hey.
The problem I had with this movie was because I just watched Godzilla -1.
Yeah, it's a lot to come out of that.
And it's kind of hard to separate those 2 movies. Like you watch Godzilla -1 and then you watch this one, and it's such a lack of a better word, culture shock.
It wasn't.
Yeah. And if I wish, no, you're cool. I wish I had not watched Godzilla -1 before this one. I wish I had went from the last Kong Godzilla movie straight to this one. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes actually pretty good sense.
Because they're so different. Because the whole time I'm watching, I'm waiting for this, like, okay, come on, where are we gonna have all the monsters just doing monster shit? And it was kind of like the it's the same thing I have with Transformers. It's kind of like that. It almost felt like the Transformers had a secondary plot storyline to the human people.
Yeah.
Does that mean, that's just the way I felt.
Well, okay, so
not saying the movie was bad. I'm sorry. Not saying the movie was bad.
No.
It's trash.
Not saying it's trash. I'm just saying
to me, Well, to me, I think that they did learn from the whole first one, like how the first one had more human plots and more human subtype. Yeah, like it was more dealing with humans. While this one, we actually had to look at the interaction between the monsters to know what's going on. Like we had to look at the interaction between Kong and the other apes or the great apes and like Scar King and much more like, you know, of course they were like, go ahead. I'm sorry. Were you saying something?
No, you go. No, you go ahead. I interrupted you because I your your explanation made me realize I misdescribed how I felt.
Okay.
Okay, but which is so cool. Which was so cool because you started talking like, oh shit, maybe I didn't explain myself very well because what
Well,
because
and,
what you
and then maybe I didn't,
because what you were saying
understand what
you
you're
were
saying.
saying is like it's exactly how I felt during the movie. Like, oh, this is kind of cool. They're explaining, you know, like Kong's history and Godzilla's history and the history of the monsters and how they interacted.
That was it.
Okay,
Yeah, it was
I
just
guess
like they was like,
what? No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
God dang it. No, it's just like Sam. You start talking, and it gets me geeked, and it gets me excited because you know, I was like, oh, I gotta say something, and I'm like, shit, I gotta wait for him to finish talking. I'm sorry. You go ahead. You go
Now,
ahead. My bad. You go ahead.
exactly what you were saying. It is where it was a step up. I
Yeah.
think, and you know, I will definitely not say anything to spoil it for you, Tony. But it was definitely a step up. I think that the humans were there just to explain, like you said, the history or explain what their movement, like what their movements were. The whole thing with Godzilla, how he did what he did. They were just like they were explaining it, so we didn't have to try to guesstimate and figure out what he was doing.
Yeah.
The whole thing about how Kong, like, okay, well, why did Kong do what he did to
Why
get
they
to,
Kong?
you know, why did he go through? Yeah, why did he go through the portal? Like, and then it was just the whole thing of, well, that's why he did it because of this, that, and the other. And then the humans would shut up and they would let the monsters do the thing. And I love that. I love this is what the monsters verse should have been like. I hate that they took the last movie to do it. But I am glad now. But if you turn around and look at, like, if you looked at -1 and then you turn around and look at this, because and the difference is because Godzilla was a villain
in Philly. Yeah.
in -1.
In
Godzilla is
well,
Godzilla.
no, he was
Godzilla
no,
did
no.
what Godzilla
I
has
won't
been
say.
doing.
I won't. I won't say Godzilla was a villain in -1. Godzilla was more of a force of
Well, yeah,
nature,
that might be strong.
like a tornado
Yeah,
or a hurricane.
like
You know, he was
He's
just
a
a force of
natural
nature.
force of
He was a
nature.
natural force of
and that's
nature.
what Godzilla, and that is what Godzilla is. There is only, like, once again, and I keep saying there's only like two monsters. Well, I take that back. There are a handful of monsters that are exactly what they are. Mothra and Gamera are the superheroes of your monster movies. Gamera is for the kids. If you turn around and
He's a Gamera.
if you
He said
turn around and threaten a child, Gamma will ride for you for a child, just one child. He will ride for that one child. The whole thing about Mothra is the same thing. Mothra is a protector.
Yep. And that's how they presented
The whole thing about Gigan, the whole thing about the whole thing about Ghidorah. Huh?
No, I'm saying that's how they presented Mothra.
They're villains. Gigan is the straight up.
No, I'm saying that's how they presented Mothra in this movie. That's how they presented Mothra in this movie. It was like a protector.
Yeah, but see, Mothra's always been that. Mothra has never been on the side of bad. Mothra has never been like Godzilla. Godzilla is just like, look, man, I'm just here to do what I need to do, and then I'm gone, and I'm gone. And that was the whole thing. And that's the way Godzilla has been all the time. I'm gonna go in here and I'm do this, then I'm out. And that's it. And then if you all keep on shooting at me, I'm gonna step on a few buildings on the way out. But that was the thing. That's Godzilla, and it's always been Mothra. It's always been the whole thing. She's always been like the like okay. So you know, you have you're fussing and you're fussing with somebody, and you know your girl, your wife, or your significant other, Like if she places an arm on you, yeah.
Sam, yes. we need you to say that all over again, but say it in a not binary, so we can, so we can understand you.
Yeah, you kind of broke up a little bit, but
for a minute there you were saying it in ones and zeros and ones, and we didn't understand you.
No, but I kind of got it, but it's kind of funny because he did kind of go.
Like, he went binary for a minute.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so what did y'all hear?
And just start over.
What I was saying is that you have certain characters that play certain roles in the movies. So you have this whole thing where Mothra is pretty much like Godzilla's girlfriend, where she comes in like the whole thing when like Godzilla and Kong fighting, whatever have you. And then you have this thing where Mothra comes in and she's just straight with Godzilla. She's like, "Hey man, what do you those kind of things." So you have to realize that certain characters in like certain monster movies, that's their aspect. That's what they play. And Mothra is one of those. She plays basically the girlfriend of Godzilla. Hey, I need you to calm it down. Hey, I need you to bring it back a notch. Hey, those kind of things. So yes, she played her natural role in this movie. Godzilla played his finally Godzilla did play his natural role as far as just being a force of nature, even though they still make it, but he is a force of nature, but he is very territorial. So if he's there and you come that way and you're doing something, he's gonna be like, "Hey, I'm not gonna have it." So those situations actually show where they finally got it right. They finally got it right where Kong is just basically ape that was like, he was fine with being left alone, but he was left alone as a child. So he's always trying to find somebody to connect to. So with all that being said, is the movie like the greatest thing ever? No. Is the movie is the movie a step up from these from the universal monsters universe that they created? Yeah.
Maybe.
Is it something that would be able to sustain on its own? Like if you just did a straight Kong movie? I don't see that.
You know what? I think the last Godzilla Kong movie was better than this one.
If you had them fight, with the whole thing of them fighting.
No, not them fighting. I mean like totality of the movie and the story and the plot and everything. I felt like the last one was a better story, plot, visual than this one. This one was cool. It was fun, but I feel like the last one, I was like, okay, it had a better story and plot and everything. Everything was better about the last one than this one. This one was cool. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. But I felt like the last one
versus. I think I bought that one. Now that I think about it, I got it really cheap.
The last one. So to me, I just felt like the last one was a lot better. I felt like the last one did a better job of combining how humans interacted with the
monsters.
Kaijus. What I liked about this movie is how the humans reacted to the emergence of kaiju, like implementing like the detectors and all that stuff. What I didn't like was the fact that they said, okay, there's sub-Earth, and now there's a sub-Earth to Earth. Like, okay, so what are you gonna just keep adding sub-Earths to Earth?
And
but
I think this was the last one because this one was closer. Didn't it look like it was? I thought it was where they were saying that this is like closer to the core because of all that lava and everything going on.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
but
I mean, because
it almost got to the point to me. It felt like these weren't really like inner Earths. It was more like a
parallel Earth or something.
Earth. It didn't almost felt like it wasn't really saying that this was the core. And it went from the fact that it felt like, to me, it went to the fact that it didn't feel like this was like an inner core Earth, but like you travel through these portals to a alternate Earth. And that's just the way it felt to me, because it was like, okay, you went to this portal, you found this inner Earth. Within inner Earth, you go through another portal, and it's like, oh, there's a whole nother civilization. I'm like, okay, whoa. Now it's like I thought it was just like inner
You
Earth.
talking about what? Well, the only thing,
but that could be me. That could be me.
Yeah. So if you look like, so if we go with the whole thing of the different layers of the Earth, the stratosphere, atmosphere, inner core, so on and so forth, and then the mantle, and then I forgot how deep it goes. It's don't that it's been a long time.
The actual scientific thing of the core of the Earth is a molten lava thing.
Yeah, it's molten lava. So
I
I
said
see
scientific.
exactly what you're talking about, because if that is the point, I can see what you're, like, excuse me, the whole thing that you really, like, anytime I go to the movie, I have now kicked out reality. I've kicked out trying to understand, but because I mean, it's really where you have to think about it. I mean, they make up some of these most outlandish things, and then you have some idiot running around saying, "Hey, that is possible," and so I'm just like, "Oh my god!" So, with the whole different levels of Earth, I could see what you were talking about, because if that is the point, being that this place was so massive that we have these gigantic beings in there living like that, then there's no way that the Earth could be that large like that. Not that.
Well, I mean,
it could be that large. It's just the fact that it could be that large. It's just the fact that they have their own ecosystem that's so so different.
Yeah, well, I mean, because like when we think about the ocean being so massive, like once again, it covers the majority of the Earth, and we do not know to the depths of how deep it goes. Yeah, I mean, like the whole thing. Like I've seen so many memes about this walking theory with Godzilla and how he actually is standing so tall above the water. Yeah, and so it's funny, but it's the truth. I mean, you wonder, okay, so how big is, like, I mean, I think about that all the time. When you see, I mean, as many times as I've been to the ocean, I'm looking at, I'm like, this thing is massive, and it is massively deep,
and it's massively deep. It is deeper. It is deeper than the highest mountain.
Deep. So how deep?
It's deep. It's deeper than the highest mountain.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So with all that, I mean, so with all that being said, you wonder how big. Like when you look at it, you'd be like, okay, and it does put perspective on your life. You'd be like, okay. Yeah. And I'm sitting here looking. I'm sitting here mad because I couldn't find a toy at Target or something like that. I'm sitting here,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. These are the kind of things we think about. But the whole thing that still really runs through your mind is when they give you these movies that could be slick explaining something. They could be slick seeing something. You're just like, I don't know. So, like I said before, the movie was good for what it was. It was entertainment. The movie was a bunch of kaijus fighting, a bunch of like they got down. Like they just tore up, like the final battle. They tore up
that final battle.
I'm not gonna say it, Tony, because like I said, I don't want to ruin it for you. But
that final battle was so satisfying. That final fight scene was very satisfying.
That was it. And I'm not even talking about the part on I'm not talking about the part in like sub Earth or wherever they would call it.
Yeah. I'm talking about when they got back above ground.
When they got back above ground.
A lot of times you watch movies and you're watching like, oh man, this is so good. And then the climax, or like, you know what I'm saying, the climax is horrible. Yeah. You're like, man, I spent but this movie, to me, the build up was very slow, and they're grudging along. They're building their story, But the climax, that final fight, what they culminated as their movie was so fantastic. It was well worth the wait to watch that fucking fight.
It was good.
Oh my god, it was so good.
So yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. So I'll say this that yes, it was.
To watch
it
Kong
was
and Godzilla work, man.
to in tangent, the way they worked in tangent, like
I wasn't
that
gonna
whole
say all that, but yeah,
that whole
yeah.
that yeah.
Yeah.
That zero G fight.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
There's a zero G fight.
Yes. Tony, you have no idea.
That zero G fight.
Zero G
That
fight.
shows you how truly agile Godzilla is, and that because the reason why is because Godzilla, that's water. That's like Godzilla in water.
Exactly.
And the way he was moving, I was like, yo, but
man, get out
at
of
the
here,
same
dog.
time, the movie was that. The movie was entertainment. The movie was we went to Hendersonville and watched it, and that with the leaning back in the recliner chairs, that was it. I was like, I'm good. So, but yeah. So I did see that. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead, sir.
No,
go ahead, sir.
I was gonna jump to another one because I know you've watched all the Halos, right?
I have not watched the final episode of Halo.
I think I did not realize the last couple. Yeah,
I did not realize that it ended at episode 8.
Yeah.
Wait, not 10?
Exactly. Today I looked to make sure I haven't missed any episodes, and I owe Mage an apology because he was like, "Man, all the episodes." I'm like, "Yeah, they always say that shit," but he was correct. They're done. They're done for this season, and I'm like, "Holy shit, I gotta watch those episodes." So I'm not caught up on Halo. I thought I was, but whatever. Only thing I'm really caught up on is X-Men 97 and the Bad Batch. Wait,
I'm not caught up on Bad Batch. So have you finished?
There may be the last episode. I am not caught up on Invincible at all. I have not watched season 2 at all.
Oh my goodness, bro! I need to catch up on that too, but I'm gonna have to wait till I get money.
You don't have Amazon Prime?
It's I have to turn it off because money.
Oh. Wait. Say that one more time.
Like I need money to keep it on, so I am going to turn it off.
Oh, so you're gonna disconnect. Okay. You won't have service.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, this. Yeah, okay.
I feel
this last couple of months have been a little hard.
Tony, you don't have to explain anything to anybody ever.
Yeah.
We all understand.
Exactly.
You gotta make you gotta make you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, exactly. And me and Sam always be like, do I really need food or do I need this figure?
That was like
fuck it. I don't need food. I can go get ramen noodles. Ramen noodles.
Hey. I've been that guy who's like, I got ramen. I can go get this thing and be okay until next week. I've been that guy. And you know what I ended up doing? I threw those noodles away because I was sick and tired of eating damn noodles.
Whoa. Time out, sir. Did you say you threw noodles away?
Okay. It was at a point that I was eating noodles every day.
You never throw noodles away.
3 months.
You never throw noodles away.
Dude, I was so sick of it.
Guess what?
I was so fucking sick of it.
Come month 7, you're going to be like, okay, so let me think. Let me ask you this. When is the last time you ate ramen noodles?
Oh, I ate ramen probably maybe a week or 2 ago.
Okay. How long had it been since you had it when you threw them away?
Oh, gosh. I've had them since then, I guess.
Okay. So my thing is, it always comes back around. Ramen noodles are like it's like a cycle. It's like a cycle of life. At some point in time, it's going to be gone. Mm-hmm. You're not going to want it. And then you come back. You're gonna be like, you know what? I need some, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, oh man, Right.
The fact that you say you threw them away is just baffling me. I'm like, I don't understand this, dude.
No,
like,
okay. I was in the middle of eating.
Wait.
That time.
I don't care. I don't care what explanation you have set forth to define or defend yourself. I don't understand it. I don't understand.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, hold up. I'm done with ramen noodles. I'm throwing them away. You know what? If I ever like I was sitting down eating, I'm like, I don't want to eat ramen noodles no more. I would not throw the ramen noodles I have in the cabinet away. They would just sit there until the next time. I was like, you know what?
No, you're misunderstanding. I was in the middle of eating the ramen noodles at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I literally almost threw up in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I got rid of the ones I was eating, and I went and got actual lunch at that time.
Mm-hmm.
That is what happened. Okay, I did not throw away the entirety of the box that I had in the house.
Okay, well that was okay. With Tony, you explained that story terribly earlier. Because
you didn't give me a chance to fill in the details. You just attacked me right out the gate.
Well, you know what? That's what we do, Tony. We attack you. It's in the contract. It's in the contract. We sent it to you earlier. Bull. We sent it to you.
Bull.
Yeah, you signed it. You signed it, sir.
I didn't sign shit. but in all seriousness, though, it's like, to be fair, ramen is I'm broke, I need something to eat food. I will admit that. I have been on that train. But when you're eating the exact same ramen noodles with no deviation for months, I got to the point that I got sick and I had to eat something. So something else. So
that's on you. That's on you, bro.
But
I don't. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, nowadays it's like I got ramen. Okay, well I don't have to use the seasoning. I got some actual broth from chicken I made. Okay, cool. I got some chicken bits I can put in there. I got some vegetables I can sprinkle it up with.
I don't know what you're saying, but it all sounds delicious.
I mean, I've dressed up some ramen, bro. I have dressed up some ramen.
Yeah. Nah, but I do understand the whole thing of you saying, okay, I don't want to eat ramen. But the whole thing is that, I get it.
I get it. We all get it, man. But we're also all going to give you a hard time about it too.
Yeah, we're going to give you a hard time. Tony, you might as well admit, and you should know this by now, that every Friday you sign on for this. You understand that at some point in time
for this.
Tony, the funny part is
or whether it be we are going to do something.
The funny part, the most funny part about it, I'm going to admit this because probably nobody listen to this. The most funny part about it, we're giving you a hard time because we've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Been there, done that. You know what I mean? Some of the other stuff we give you a hard time is just because it's you, because you're Tony. But some other stuff is like,
But you do remember, keep in mind, Tony, no one else can do this to you because we will tear them out. We will destroy them.
We will destroy them. Man, I wish somebody would. It will be floating in the Cumberland.
Exactly. So you don't have to worry about that part. But as far as we're concerned, we're gonna let that.
And they were like, "Purple, sir, we heard you on the live saying you would destroy somebody's life if they mess with." Yeah, I admit that. I didn't hesitate.
I didn't every word.
I didn't study
every word.
Somebody come to Tony talking crazy. I wish somebody would.
Yeah.
What they say on live? Part 2, my killer spree gonna start with you.
Oh my goodness.
That would be the start of my killing streak, right there.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna start with you. I wish you would say something crazy about Tony.
Yeah. So you don't have to ever worry about that, Tony, at any time.
Hey, the best part, they'll be like, you say it every Friday. Every Friday you say the same thing.
Yes. Every word is meant.
But you can't say it.
But you can't say a thing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Every Friday you say it.
So is Mage good? Is he coming back? I don't think
I think he might be. I haven't seen a message from him since he got stuck in limbo.
So
yeah, I don't think he's replied back.
All right. Well, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah.
And,
all right.
Okay. I'll be right back. My bad.
Yeah, he has not replied.
I gotta use the bathroom.
All right.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. It's like where were we before we went into rabbit hole?
Tony, I don't ever think we do come out of the rabbit hole. We stay there. What are you talking
stay
about?
There.
What were you saying?
Well, I was trying to think of because I was trying to think of like stuff that because like I've been aside from Fallout and what else? The Kaiju number 8 isn't out yet, so oh, and apparently, did you know the Go-Go Loser Ranger is out on Hulu? The first episode.
That's why I said that earlier. Yeah, it started on the 8th. It started.
Damn it! I have my roommates have Disney Plus, but it's not. We don't have Hulu, so can't watch that show. I might,
I could have swore I sent something in the group that named everything that was out. Let me see.
You may have, but there's sometimes in the group chat, there's so much stuff.
It's so much stuff. That's why I kind of, like I said, it's not that I don't want to share with the group, but we get a lot of stuff lost in there. Like,
yeah, and then I know if like okay, trying to browse Instagram on the web browser is difficult because when you try to scroll up, it's like it gets stuck sometimes. And on the phone, it does weirdness. Like I scroll up and it resets the entire conversation back to the recent stuff. And it's a little hard to keep track of it.
Yeah, but I see. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. I am sorry.
No, you're good. It's just something I noticed. Because even if we post one or two things, it's nothing like, oh my gosh, we're posting like 15,000 things a day.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty much like, it's Instagram itself,
Yeah.
And it's just it's kind of like the reason why we stopped using Instagram for a lot of our live streams, because the stupid app just sucks ass when it wants to. It's just very frustrating. But besides the fact, I'm going to find out how to watch that show because I was looking forward to that particular one for the anime season.
You're talking about Kaiju 8.
No, Kaiju number 8. That's if things work out and I still have Crunchyroll, I'll watch it because it's going to premiere the next day or so. But the other show, I want to see if I can find it and watch it.
So I got my that's the only thing that keeps me sane is my subscriptions to stuff. But the whole thing about what I'm saying is
I came in the wrong part of that conversation.
But I don't know what Kaiju. There was like a whole thing. I'm trying to see where I sent it so I can look at it because it was Kaiju. Then there was oh my gosh, it was 5. I think it was 5 animes on there, and all of them were like something that I said I was going to, keep out for. I definitely want to see the Go-Go Ranger thing because I just want to see them actually, take off on the Rangers because we already, for most part, it's an okay, but it's just so kooky, especially like the Americanized one.
Yeah.
But then even with the other ones, it's just the funny, the scenarios, and then the whole way they act. They kind of like you'd be like but for this to be something of a scary thing, not scary, but a real take on like them
being the bad guys,
actually creating the problems that they solve. I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm ready to see that.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to see, that because we almost had that with that well, okay, that little you remember that little thing a couple years ago where the Power Rangers had the dark version, the realistic take on the Power Rangers.
Oh
remember
yeah,
that? I liked that idea because it made sense. It was an interesting logical progression when you think about how the show worked and how the world in reality, if you think about it, would really work compared to a very lighthearted aspect of what the show really presented. So it's like, okay, that progression makes sense in my head. Cool. Then we get the movie, the actual movie. I'm like, I don't know if I like this. and then you hear about the Go-Go Loser Ranger, and you're like, okay,
yeah.
So
it was so. All right, and I just say this: I'm okay with the Ranger concept all the way around. I was looking forward to a modernization of the Ranger concept with the newer movie that was coming out. So I was like, let's see.
Yeah.
But when it failed, not because of the critics or anything, but just like in general, it didn't give me enough to be like, like you didn't see the you didn't see the battle to the end of it, and yeah, the whole Kanye West did bring it up a notch with the song with Power on there, and like for me, like I love Power at the beginning of that song.
Yeah,
love it. And I mean, I like, but that beginning of that song, that
yeah, it's really good.
I'm like, oh,
and then it gets to like the other part, you're like,
and then the whole, like the whole thing, like even when he comes in and it's just him, not only not over any hard beat, but just him. I was like, all right, but then when it goes into the whole thing, I'm like, it fell short. It like, but at the same time, I feel like, but anyway, that with that scenario with that song made it good.
Okay,
and
yeah.
But after that, I was just like, I didn't care. I didn't care too much for when they did the Megazord. I was just like, I
like the beginning of the movie where how Zordon got stuck in the power grid. That made sense. I was like, hey, that explains what happened to Zordon.
So,
I thought that was cool.
And then,
the rest of it.
So yeah.
So there was a lot of Here's the real takeaway for Power Rangers, that movie that came out. What was it? 2010, 2012? It was not.
I can't remember. I like you. You're right in that ballpark. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say that.
So the thing about the movie was that it wasn't terrible. It had a lot of interesting ideas, but I think it failed from the aspect of it not being. It didn't feel like a. It didn't feel like a successor to the Power Rangers show, right? And it didn't really seem to evolve it either. So it was in a weird safe zone that didn't go past the safety zone aspect. We got this little thing, this package we got to stay in, and they stayed in it so laser focus wise, that they forgot that you're trying to do something new. I guess that's the way I looked at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see exactly what you're saying. Yes.
So it could have been better, but
definitely.
Yeah. And that's why I like that. What did he call it? I keep forgetting what they called it, but it was like the Red Band Power Rangers, but he called it something else. Like what did he call it? It wasn't a fan film. He called it something else, but that same guy.
You talking about the Shattered Grid one? The Shattered Grid, the one where they're talking about the Shattered.
Well, it's not the Shattered Grid because
one
like
where
what it
they
is, it's
actually,
like
it was where
that was the more mature take on the Power Rangers, and it's practically a fan film.
Yeah, the one with yeah, the one with Katie Stackhoff and all them, where she was in there and she was playing Amy. Yeah, that was cool. I like that one. That one was like maybe, and once again, it should have put a lot of studios on notice because hey, that was a fan film.
Yeah,
and that was a better successor to the Power Ranger for those people, for that group, that team. So
yeah, because like
okay, so
yeah,
my bad. Were you gonna say something?
No, you said exactly what I was thinking, and it sounded like Rashad had something to say.
So I keep on looking at these.
Not at all. Not at all. Just listening to you guys.
I keep on looking at these Galaxy Ranger figures.
What you got?
The ones I sent you guys.
Oh yeah,
the ones that we think everybody thinks is AI generated.
The one that like, so even if, and I would love it, even if they turned around and I would run with these. This is what this is what a true tease is. I mean,
so
the
it's
only
not
thing,
AI.
No, it's there looks like they're actually figures. It looks like they're actually figures, but it is more of because like if you look at Goose,
I have a question for Tony.
Okay.
About the AI thing.
Okay, what you got, sir?
Because I know it's a very touchy subject for you. So my question is, what if they use AI in a what's what I'm looking for, a controlled or respectable manner, like okay, let's say they say, hey, I wonder what this would look like with this and this and this, and it's let me use AI to generate what I'm thinking about my concept would be. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you have an idea and you're wondering what would this look like, and say, hey, let me use AI to generate what I think it would look like, and you see it, you're like, okay, that looks dope, and then you go build it.
So
would that be okay?
I mean, they're okay. So there's a mixed answer to your question. Okay. So if we're looking at it from today's point of view, no. Today's point of view is definitely a no because of the way it is being. It is literally IP theft on a mass scale.
That's not what I asked, sir.
No, but here's the thing. It's like what I'm saying is right now the short answer is no, it's not okay.
It's not okay if I use AI to be like, hey, this is the idea I have. I'm gonna generate it on the screen, and then use what I thought. I see it on the screen, like, oh man, it is a good idea. Let me build it with clay. I actually built it with my own two hands with clay. You're gonna tell me that's not a good idea?
So the reason being, okay, again, it's a loaded question with a loaded answer. Okay, that's the reason why I said by today's current AI push, because that's what really was going on. It's not because it's not.
How is it not?
Because the main thing that's happening is that if it was a tool using stuff that was commercially said, hey, this is perfectly good for you to use in your engine to create all of these little ideas that are smashing things together. The problem is they're not. It's majority of what's going on with AI today does not do that because it takes millions or billions of images that they did not ask or source properly for. And it's just, it creates a very terrible legal, it's a very poor the idea if you're using AI to make an idea that you end up crafting yourself and you improve upon it, the human element is present. It's better because you still did it. But
I think I know where I'm messing up, because AI is using algorithms from previous artists that have done such a thing.
Yeah.
And therefore I'm stealing from their foundation on what I'm building, what I'm trying to create.
Yes, to some degree that is yes.
Yeah, okay.
If you, let's say, I'm going to be fair. Let's say you did
what Tony, my pettiness in me would always say never be fair, but
well,
I am obligated inside of this argument for you to be fair. So you're messing me up, man.
Okay, so let's play the actual
let's be fair.
Right now, as AI is currently implemented, it is not. It's not a good thing. It's
okay.
If it were properly sourced, artists were properly credited, people said, yes, you could use my stuff in your engine. If that happened, it's a tool. It makes you easier to visualize concepts. Yes, it'd be fine.
How do you know?
How do you know?
Yes.
Because they have actually a lot of the like Midjourney and other sources that actually do the image generation. Yeah. Their developers have gone on record saying they stole thousands upon thousands of artists' work just by the documents they keep on their side.
My next question is, what if sadly the next evolution of this is computers actually generating the art? You know what I'm saying?
You clicking a button, say, I want a floating unicorn.
Yes, and the computer generates a floating unicorn for you. You know what I mean?
Well,
so
Adobe has an updated version of their Photoshop tool that does that from their advertisements.
Yeah. and so what I'm saying is when because the only reason I'm not saying I like AI. I'm just arguing. I'm just being devil advocates because there was that same backlash and push when it was digital photography. The film photographers were like, oh man, I did yada yada yada. And every time there's an advancement in technology, the people that are using using it before were upset with the people that came along after them, that kind of like piggybacked on the technology they created and found a way to use current technology to do what they were doing. Now, look, hey, Tony, I'm not saying like you like skills. I'm actually against AI because I feel like I actually feel like it takes away from the human element. I feel like it takes away from quote unquote the jobs that everybody's afraid it's going to be taken away, but I also like to argue the fact to people like me and you that don't agree with AI. Are we fearful of AI, or are we actually saying, hey, look, this is a bad thing? Because that's two different things. You know what I'm saying? Thinking it's bad and being fearful of it are two different things.
Yeah. So my stance is this: as a tool, if it was properly done, it would be just like Photoshop. It's a tool.
Exactly.
It's a tool.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I was about to interrupt you.
Go ahead. But that's the thing, though. But that's the thing, though.
You gotta be hyped, Tony. Go ahead.
But that's the thing, though. If it was properly done and everything was properly sourced, and then they didn't steal so much material to make it work, it's just a tool. It's another thing in your tool bag that would help you visualize a concept, do a thing. That's what it's supposed to be. The problem is it's not made or used in that manner. It's leveraging itself off of so many things, and and if you think about it, like look at the music industry. They tried to do an AI generation for music, right? Music industry
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did. They tried, and the music industry jumped on that so fast, it got torn apart before it really made any progress. And the only thing they're able to do with it really now is voices, because it's hard to copyright a voice. You just hear somebody, you could just program the system to mimic that voice, and bam, you got a voice. Because if you really think about it, Vocaloid really kind of made that portion possible with what they did with the whole vocal synthesizer, because they actually copied and tried to mimic human vocalization.
Yeah.
Cool. But also not cool. But at the same time,
cool. Exactly.
Because at least in Vocaloid's case, you have open source variants, and you also have actual commercial license things that they spent time developing. Versus in the case of AI, they just say, okay, we're going to use this system that we could mimic. It would dump all the music that we have for the last 200 years into this system, and then we're going to make something based off of some parameters. And they got in trouble because they got stuck, because it's like, hey.
Do you feel like there's a way they could I don't know. Kind of like when we go to, like, if as a photographer I want to have lightning in the background or clouds or whatever, I can go to a website and pay for that background and download it. Do you think there's a way that we could do that with AI?
Yeah.
Or AI? Okay.
Yeah, I honestly believe that is possible. The problem is the industry has to push for it, and they have to realize that artists' copyright is a thing.
Okay,
that's the way I look at it.
When you say artist copyright, what do you mean?
So, best example is, let's say the guy who designed this shirt, right? He made this as an original design that he crafted, right?
Right.
And he owns the copyright the moment he posts it and puts his branding on it.
All right.
That's the way it's supposed to work via the Copyright Office, right? Anything you generate that you publish into a public space, that you put your information on, pretty much so people know who did it,
right?
So they can get more from you. You're supposed to acknowledge that, hey, that guy made that thing. Let me go track him down. Let me go buy said thing, right?
Right.
The difference is that a lot of people undervalue art in general, because it's such a weird, it's an ingrained cultural thing, but they don't appreciate that it's everywhere. Your games, your design on your gum, the box art on the figures we buy, all that stuff. Everything has art on it.
I wish Mage was here so he could understand, like, the art that on the boxes that he likes to destroy. An artist,
an artist
sat around painstakingly designed the art that's on your box. You're like, fuck this box.
Like this dude's face. Somebody painted this dude on the box.
And Mage is like, you know what? Fuck that box. Oh,
yeah.
Box in my life.
I'm gonna be honest though. There are times where, like, you get a box, like, okay, the Halo figure box.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it other than it says Halo in the corner. I don't need that.
Well, okay, that's different. That's different.
Yeah. No, but
anyway, continue, Tony. Continue.
But the thing is, people undervalue art because it's everywhere and they don't think about it, right?
Yeah, right.
When G.I. Joe made this logo, they own the logo and the art that they used to progress to this, right?
All right.
They also own the art that the guy who made this design for this particular version of Shipwreck.
Right.
I mean, technically it's all presentation, but they own the art for it, right?
Correct.
And by taking this material here, and even this photo, and throwing it into an AI generator, and not saying, hey, Hasbro, can I use this in my thing so we could craft other more unique materials with that? It's copyright theft. It's theft.
But what if they get a kickback? What if every time somebody uses an AI generated process, the person that created that piece gets a kickback?
So that would be great. They would have to acknowledge that it's in there, because right now they're trying to pull that we don't know what's in there thing.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, will AI be okay?
I mean, at that point, like I said before, it's a tool. You're using it as a pre-visualization tool.
So the thing is, AI is not the bad thing. It's how it's being used.
It's the developers and the bad actors are the ones that are pushing that bad aspect on everyone because they don't want to acknowledge that all the stuff that went into it is, they never asked properly for it. That's the best way I can explain it. If they just made it and say, hey, I put all of my son's artwork in there and all that art that's generated is just that, technically it's not great because you took your kid's artwork, but at least you said, hey, I want to see what else we could do with this kind of thing or just look to it. But you're the parent, you legally own it. Same thing. If I, the artist, take all the work I've ever made, throw it in a generator, and it's in that container based on my artwork, not everybody's plus mine. Cool. It's a tool I could use.
Yeah. And if anybody buys any art based off of your style, then you get a kickback.
Yeah.
You get paid for it. Right.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And that's the point that they're skipping out on, because everything in this world is licensed to some degree. Art is licensed.
To some degree. But they say they say as soon as you come up with an idea and then you put that idea into motion, you have what's it called?
Somebody else has thought of it?
No, creative property, or is that what it's called? Creative? Crap. I gotta look it up. I think that's what it's called, creative property or whatever. Over it. Intellectual property. Intellectual property.
Well, here's the thing.
But it doesn't become legal until you make it.
Yeah, because like you could literally be pre-existing material, because that's how like like the iPad situation. I don't know if you remember that many years ago with how iPad tried to be the only thing that you can't make a tablet with, pretty much interactive tablet display, right? You can't make this because we did it first, and they try to patent it and saying that they did it, when in fact Star Trek proved them wrong by like what 20, 30 years. So prior art trumped their argument. They lost the court case. Everybody can make a tablet now, so fuck Apple. I can have a tablet that's not Apple branded. You have one.
Because it was what, intellectual property.
Yeah, well, it's not just intellectual property; it's prior existing artwork. Because what they were trying to prove is that
that's different terms. Okay.
Yeah. So in Apple's case, they were trying to prove that they were the first ones that made it, so they're going to own everything for it. But they couldn't, so they lost.
Because Star Trek. You said Star Trek did it earlier.
Yeah, Star Trek actually did it. I think one of the later versions of one of the later episodes of Star Trek, the original series, and then an upgraded version of an interactive tablet display that they may work on Next Generation, by the way, existed, funny. And they showed it in action. And they also did the same thing with those touch displays on the interactive consoles so they could move the ship.
Yeah.
They did the same thing there, because all of those had to be. They initially did it as just like a glass table with lights behind it, and then they had like little sticker pieces under the glass. So as they're doing stuff, it made it look like it was working. And later, they actually figured out how to make it work and work a certain way so that when you touch it, it would actually light up. So it's proof of concept that had to have been engineered to work. And that's why I keep saying cosplayers will probably figure out power armor before actual military contractors do, because they'll figure out the engineering side, and then you have a walking suit to do stuff in, but it's for cosplay. But
Tony, I hate to interrupt you, but I don't know where Sam is.
Yeah, he stepped away. It looked like.
Okay, but
yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Back. No.
Yeah.
What I was about to say is it's after midnight. So you want to stop around? You want to stop around like 12?
Okay, well it's 2:30. We've been at it for 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's 12:05 over here.
Yeah. What I want to say is because tomorrow we got that photo shoot, right? And I said I'm gonna be at your place around 1:00.
1:00.
Yeah. So I mean, how
we should probably end it, is what you're saying.
Yes. No. I'm good to stay till 12:30 is my latest. 12:30 is
okay.
my point. I just didn't want to do it without Sam and his opinion.
No, I agree. Because where y'all doing? Where's the shoot at?
He said Franklin, right?
Franklin. But I teach in Hendersonville, so that's why I said it at the time that I could get to Tony and possibly get to Franklin early enough.
Oh well, then yeah, we do need to go ahead and do that because y'all got to get yourself situated. Tony, have you already got your gear ready?
I mean,
no.
My gear's still mostly packed up.
Honestly, he doesn't need any gear. I just need somebody that
I'm the helper.
Lights. He's the help, man. I need somebody to hold lights. Maybe notice when I don't see something out of place, and just because sometimes when you're like behind the camera taking pictures, you don't notice like little things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I might be behind the camera looking at the person, but Tony might notice, hey, her hair's in the wrong spot, or hey, do this with her hand. Somebody that's like outside of the
right. It's just that yeah.
The back, a second opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I trust Tony to be like, hey,
second set of eyes.
Put her hand here. Like, oh, cool. Put her foot there. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I just need somebody there that's not gonna, that I trust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
and you know what's crazy? As much shit as I give Tony, I do trust him to be my second pair of eyes. Sometimes.
Wow.
Sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, dang it, man, I need somebody that's behind it that's not looking through the lens to be like, hey man, her foot in the wrong spot, or hey man, I don't think she needs her finger in her nose. Tony shit, I don't know. I'm drunk.
We did.
Yeah, we can go ahead and get off.
We actually did that first time we went out to that cross shoot.
Oh man, I was still drunk from the night before, man. I drove Tony out there. I was sweating from I was driving out there, sweating my ass off. Like, we going to this cross shoot. Damn it. We're going to the cross shoot, man. That was, you know what? That was a good road trip. And by good, I mean great, because I made a lot of people from that road trip, man. I made a lot of great photographers that road trip that I'm still in touch with today because of that trip me and Tony took.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Man. Dude. We were on the way out there. And Tony was like, I looked at Tony, like, I gotta take a break. It's like, what? I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, threw up. I went to the bathroom at the gas station. I was throwing up at the gas station. I was drinking Gatorade, and did we get BC powder or something like that?
Something, I think, yeah. You were kind of not. You were there. Like, I didn't realize how fucked up you were until later. I was like, "Is he okay?"
Man, we were at the shoot, right? We shoot. Like, I'll be right back, Tony. Like, you all right? Nah, I'm all right. I went and drank some Gatorade. I was throwing up in the fucking trees and stuff. I was so terrible. Oh man, I threw up that whole room. You know, the only time I felt good, the only time I felt normal, is when when we got finished with everything, I was taking Tony back home. I was like, oh man, I feel alive.
After what, 2-3 hours ago,
man, the rest of that time I felt like crap, man. I was throwing up every 5-10 minutes.
Golly, that was rough, bro.
Oh man.
Rough.
But once again, I met some great photographers. That time me and Tony went up to that photo shoot. I met a lot of great photographers. I'm still in touch with those freaking people, man, from that time. And we've gone to a lot of cross photo shoots, man. And I've never there's models I've kept up with at shoots, but I've never really kept up with photographers from a shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And that shoot me and Tony did, man, I'm still in touch with a lot of those photographers.
That's cool.
Which is cool. Exactly. To me, that was a win. It was a win because Tony got to go up there and take some good photos. I got to meet some cool photographers. I worked off my hangover, so it was a win-win. It was a win-win.
Oh my goodness, that was tricky though.
I can see it doing that. Like I said, I can go ahead. I might go ahead and start Lose a Ranger today. I don't know. Depends on how many. It depends on how many episodes it is. Right now, it looks like it's only 2.
Yeah, I think that's all I was able to find.
Yeah, it's only 2. So, but like I said, Kaiju is on Crunchyroll. Kaiju 8 is on Crunchyroll, but it's where it's still showing the countdown.
Yeah, it's got a premiere set for sometime tomorrow, like maybe in the morning.
Well, it says 8 hours, so I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's gonna be 8 a.m. Oh no, 9 almost 9 a.m.
Yeah. So yeah, I got I already have my stuff set up for that, but I did send it in the group again, like all the different ones that's coming out. That's gonna come out. I think it's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, and I think Solo Leveling's already out. So
yeah, Solo Leveling, like I already have that on my list. I think it's one more I already have on my list, like ready. Like some of them I will wait and let it build, like a few episodes build up. So I think that's what I'll do. I think I really don't plan on doing too much tomorrow anyway. I did go to GameStop because I was out, and because I was trying to see if I needed to put that $5, go ahead and pay for cable. But
I think I'm.
You
I'm
said like what you said.
I'm on a.
You gonna do what?
I'm protesting GameStop for a little while.
What happened?
Yeah, man, it's something small, but they just fucked it up, man. I bought a controller back in December, and when I was buying a controller, the dude was like, "Hey, man, you want to get a warranty?" And I was like, I don't think I want a warranty. But he's like, what? And I told him why I was getting a new controller. He said, that's a common problem with the controller. I'm like, well, let me get a warranty. And he said, even if you go the whole year and you have no trouble with the controller, you can wait for that last day and replace it. I'm like, cool. Let me go and get the warranty. So I got the warranty. And that was in December. Last week, my controller started having trouble. Last week. And that was December when I got this controller. So that's only been January, February, March, April. 4 months after I got the controller. It started having trouble with the drift. Like if you push up or left or right, and it continues and you let go of the thumbstick, it still acts like you're pushing up left or right, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh crap. So I went back. I was like, hey man, I need a new controller. Dude said, and I looked at him like, hey man, I just need a controller. He said, you cannot. He told me I couldn't replace that controller with one they have in stock. I have to replace it with the exact same controller. And I was like, cool, fine. let's replace it with the exact same controller. And he says there's not one available in all the stores around. I'm like, fine, cool. He goes, we have to send you a refurbished one. Like, fine, cool, whatever. It'll be here in 3 days. 3 days?
Right.
And I'm like, cool, that's fine. But then I said, hold up. That's the only controller I have. He's like, that's which is semi-true. The other controller I have is suffering from the same issues where it has that drift effect.
Mm-hmm.
When you push up, it still acts like you're pushing up. And I'm like, well, this is the only controller I have that works. And he's like, well, that's what we have because it's refurbished. We can't we have to replace it with the exact same controller you have. And he said no other GameStop has the exact same controller you have. And I was like, well, I guess it is what it is. Fine. So I leave. I come back. I've been keeping up with my tracking information from GameStop, which is supposed to come through FedEx. And then on that, okay, just for context, that was on a Tuesday. I did that. It said 3 days. 3 days actually would be Friday, but they said I wouldn't get the controller till Saturday. Friday rolls around. I'm looking at my info, and it said it hasn't left the warehouse yet.
Mm.
So I was like,
that's
you know what?
fun.
Yeah. And so I was like, you know what? It said it was shipped, but it was still at the warehouse. So I said, you know what? Let me call. So I call, and they said, yeah, we see it's shipped from the warehouse. I'm like, yeah, but it's supposed to be here today, and it hasn't been updated. This is me yelling at FedEx, and the FedEx is like, well, you need to talk to the people that shipped the product. I'm like, okay, fine. I get off with them. I go to GameStop. I'm like, hey, man, it says it's been shipped on this day. FedEx says they haven't got it yet. Yada yada yada. The dude says it must be a problem with our warehouse. I'm like, okay, fine. What's going on? He's like, well, we can't refund you or anything else until 7 days, which is gonna be next Thursday. And I said, dude, it's just a controller. It's not that big of a deal. I just need to know where it is. Like, okay. And I was like, okay, fine. So I thought, let me go by the store. Let me go by the store and talk to somebody that actually I can see face to face.
Yeah.
I go to the store, and the dude was like, yeah, it shows it's shipped. Should be here in 3 days, Saturday the 6th, and it shows it's shipped. I was like, yeah, look, and I said, yeah, but there's no way it's gonna be here tomorrow. He said, what do you mean? It's like, it's still at the warehouse. He types in, like, yeah, so it's shipping from Georgia. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, but it's Friday. There's no way it's gonna be here tomorrow if it's still at the warehouse. And I looked at the dude and was like, hey man, they told me it's still at the warehouse. And he's like, okay, dude that works at GameStop. I said, okay. He said, hold up, let me call him. He calls the people. He calls them. Him and the dude that works customer service at GameStop were going back and forth. They were arguing. And he says, so if I tell a customer it's supposed to be here in 3 days, what should happen? Dude was like, it should be there in 3 days. I told him it's going to be in 3 days, but it's been 3 days and it's still not here. So what are we supposed to do? I mean, I'm sitting there thinking, damn, the dude that worked there was fighting for me, yelling at the other dude on the phone. They were going back and forth. Right. And the dude on the phone says, are you the customer? He said, no, I work here. He said, well, I guess it's none of your business then, is it?
Oh,
yes. Yes. He said, I don't think it's none of it. And I looked at the dude that worked there. I said, give me the phone. He said, okay. I said, I am the customer. And I don't and I went off on him. But you know what's sad? Sad? After all that whole ordeal, I didn't get my controller until today.
2 weeks later?
Yeah, I ordered on April 2nd. I got my controller today, and I know it's only a controller. I get that, but it's not the controller. It's the principle. It's the lack of good customer service. It's the lack of everything. Everything about the whole process was trash.
Mm,
And
yeah.
it just reinforces my my belief. Like I don't want to go to GameStop anymore. I don't want to support GameStop anymore. I was about done with GameStop when they increased their prices on figures.
Yeah.
You know? But today I was like, you know what? I think I'm done. I'm done with GameStop. I really think I am done with GameStop, man. And the only reason I went to GameStop today is because Sam was like, that is it
Yeah,
Zabu?
okay.
That Zabu wave?
Right.
I was like, you know what? I'll go in there for Sam. I'll go in there and I'll look for you, Sam. But you know what? Fuck GameStop.
Damn.
I'm on a like, you know what, GameStop. It's sad that there's GameStop exclusives and stuff. But, you know, I'm done with GameStop.
Right.
Anyway,
I feel no, dude. Your story is not uncommon lately because like that was another issue. Like I worked for Staples for a number of years, and we always push in these warranty replacement plan things.
Yeah.
And early on when they were going, it's like, yeah, something's broke on it. Let's just get the money or get a replacement out.
Yeah.
And my last 2 months out there, it's like, well, you see, in order for this thing to happen, we're gonna have to send out a part. It's like, dude, the whole chair is fucked. You can't just send out a piston. The chair is done. They need, and they were going back and forth on that shit.
Like, the worst part about it is they didn't send me a new controller. They sent me a refurbished controller.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude, I know this up front. I knew this up front when I was talking to the guy. He's like, "Hey man, they don't have any stock." And I was like, "Well, let me just get." I looked at him like, "Let me just get one off the shelf." And he said the warranty is linked to the style of controller I had. I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." And none of the stores have that controller. I'm like, okay. So he said, "We have to send you a refurbished controller." And I looked at him like, that doesn't make sense. I can't get a new controller. And I said, I can't get a new controller. He's like, no, it's going to be refurbished. And the whole time I'm thinking, how do I know the refurbished controller is not going to have the same trouble I'm having with the controller I have right now? The controller I have right now was refurbished.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh, man, that practice is such a horrible.
Yeah. And honestly, I will say, as an ex-retail employee, when stuff like that happen, I'm like, look, you got it within the warranty on the period, because the warranty period on that extended warranty. They're not helping you. I will help you. That's what I would do. It's like, I will help you.
The dude that worked there, he was just following policy, so I wasn't mad at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just what the problem we got heated when we were talking to the people that are like supposedly customer service, the ones that's supposed to be like resolving a situation.
Yeah, and honestly, that is bad on them, because the guy stuck his neck out for you, trying to help you, right? You would think because he's working there, he has more authority and he should be able to at least talk to somebody, right?
Yeah.
But when they pull that crap, it's the same problem everywhere, because they don't want to take responsibility, so they foist it back onto you. Even though technically the guy is trying to do you solid, and it needs to be resolved through the company itself. Right. And honestly, that's the problem everywhere. It's not isolated, and it sucks. And
it does.
Yeah.
And if that guy was a manager, he was doing that for you, he might have been able to just go ahead and fix it, because he's the manager of that store.
Yeah.
But a lower employee doesn't have that capability, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that's it sucks.
It does suck.
Yeah.
But the good news is I have my controller and I have a warranty on the new controller. So I'm just thinking, man, if this controller messes up, I gotta go through all this crap again. But anyway, man. Let's go ahead.
Let's go ahead and end it here.
End it here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all can quit listening to my drunk rumbles.
Oh no. Well, but yeah, other than that, for everybody that's here, thank you for stopping by. It's been an interesting past almost 3 hours now. And for everybody that's watching it on later when you're watching the replay, just thanks for watching, and we will catch you next week.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.